Hey there, this is another stream, this time on a waning sirens of rain showcasing the backdrop there on this rainy Wednesday afternoon, or night, I should say. Figure I would stream for an hour, maybe two. We'll see what happens and go from there. I know I gotta do some stuff late tonight, try to get some stuff done, but either way, then figured I would do a stream for an hour or two and see what happens after that. Alter Ego, hello there. I see you right there in the chat. How are you doing tonight? Yeah, I got a bit of the downpour here in Texas, but just could be worse. A lot worse, so just can't complain about that. Let me just move this over here a bit. There we go. And I like having this a little bit closer. But yeah, this is our impromptu out of the blue stream, so not a lot of advertisements, so that's why it's going to be a bit of a slow start. Have no topic you think of to talk off the bat, so we'll see what happens. But hey, Alter Ego, how you doing? Unless you're not there, I don't know. Okay, it says 8 people watching, but nobody's commenting, so I don't know if everything's going all right with the stream or something's going on that I don't know about. Okay, it says 11 people watching, but no one is in the stream, so I don't know if StreamYard is screwing up or is everything going okay. So, okay, here you go. Here's 2 people pop up. Aragorn, Drew Reviews. How you doing, man? Sorry, I was seeing nothing pop up in the StreamYard chat, so I didn't know if it was working. Looks like it's going okay. It's going okay. Then just another rainy night here in Texas, pretty much. You watching The Fall Guy? That's cool. Have not seen The Fall Guy. So, yeah, haven't seen that movie. Can't say anything about it. Alter Ego, I don't know. Probably not. All those movies going to suck, so big surprise. Big surprise. Dumbbell Spider, I'm doing well. Hope you're having a good day. I did record the videos for your requests, so those will be up sometime soon. I recorded the 2 parts of Sly Cooper, and then I recorded a 2-hour part of Spider because I wanted to start from the beginning. So I figured I would play from the beginning, and I got to a little bit after where I was before. So just to refamiliarize myself with the game. So I'm at the second world, however you want to put it, with the after the conveyor belt level. I'm after that, so that's where I'm at. But those will be up in a few days. Those are fun to do. Those are fun to play. So thank you for that. I especially like the Sly Cooper game. That was fun. I got the first 2 episodes recorded for you. So thank you for that. DJ Mexicano, hello there. Hey there, Alex. Fright Night is a classic. Bad Dreams is okay. Richard Lynch is worth a watch, yeah. Not sure how you feel about the twist, but I won't spoil it for you. You'll find out. Who cares about a Minecraft movie? Nobody. Nobody cares about it. Yeah, I'll keep up that video. Dark Metal. That's no problem. Let me just look to see. Okay. Still doing it on time. Okay. Just wanted to make sure. Yeah, I'll keep that other video up. That's no problem. Jesse, I'm doing well. How are you doing? Hope everything's going okay for you. Hey there, Beach Time Rewind. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing fine. I can't complain. Yeah, I've not seen the Fall Guide. No one had sent a request for that, so I never saw that one. Never saw that one. No, Darmel Spider. It was my choice to make it 2 hours. I figured that was the least I could do. Because you don't have to do that, Dark Metal. I made 2 hours because it was you were a nice guy, so no, that's no problem. At least that part I could make 2 hours, and that was fine. So no problem. Hey, Mr. Falcon. Mr. Mac, I would let the people know. I would let the other person know. Hey, I would just send them a message and refund the money. Because PayPal, you can refund the money and then you can leave a message as to why you did that. Same with other places. So I would just do that. Missed it back. Yeah, I did like God of War 3 Team Pen. I did like that more. Hey there, Marcus. The best film I've seen this year, it's probably Bill's Cop 4, honestly. Hey there, Michael. Callum, I don't have any advice for reviewing films because I don't even know what I'm doing. So I reviewed Abigail, Michael. The review's on the channel. I already reviewed Abigail. That's cool, Darmel Spire. I look forward to it. I really enjoyed my time with those. So that'd be very cool to see. That'd be very cool to see. I'm not a fan of Beach Time Rewind. I don't like that film at all. I think that's a really lame film. So it's cool if you like the film. I don't like it at all. I think it's a horrible movie. That's just my opinion. But yeah, Michael, I reviewed Abigail. It's on the channel. Oh no problem, Dartmouth Spider. No problem. Have I seen Beetlejuice 2? I didn't even know it was out yet, so no. And no one has requested it, so nope. I don't is Beetlejuice 2 even out yet? So no, I haven't seen it. Hey there, Kevin. What the fuck is a candle shoe? I don't know what the fuck that is. Beetlejuice not out yet till Friday? Well, then how would I have seen it? If it's not out till Friday, then how would I have seen it yet? And I'm not seeing that film unless it's a paid request, because why would I want to see that movie that looks like a piece of shit? No, I didn't see Candle Shoe. I never even knew what it was. It's filmed by Disney. Well, I do not like coffee at all. Minecraft trailer? No, I didn't even know there was a trailer. So nope. Did not see it. Nah, I didn't see it. Like I said, I didn't even know there was a trailer. Oh, that's cool. Official Nerd. You have a good night. Thanks for passing by. I don't give a fuck about Avatar 3. I didn't see Avatar 2. Didn't give a shit. So I don't care what Avatar 3 is called. It could be called Avatar 3 Licking the Buttholes. I wouldn't care. Or Avatar 3 Everybody Needs Blue MILF. And they thought they meant blue milk. I don't care. Predator Badlands sounds like shit. Alice TMNT Collector, hello there. DJ, hello there. Night Bitch, nope, never seen it. Nope, haven't seen it. Predator Badlands, I don't care about new Predator film. Zero interest. No more Predator films, no more Alien films. I don't care. Substance, it didn't look that bad. Probably have one of those. I don't know. I'm not sure what kind of ending it'll have for a film. Usually they screw up at the end with those kind of films. So I don't have high hopes for it. Joker 2's getting negative reviews. I don't hear anything about Joker 2, so no, I did not know that. Distinguished Gentleman, I like the film. Decent film. Not a bad movie at all. I liked it. Bit underrated of an Eddie Murphy film. I don't have a favorite 60s horror film. Yeah, I don't have a favorite. 2 hours and 20 minutes? Yeah, I'll pass. If it's 2 hours and 20 minutes, I'll take a pass on that. So, nah, not interested. Boomerang, forgettable. It was okay, kind of forgettable. I could take it or leave it. I'm not bait on Boomerang one way or the other. Kind of in the middle on it. Hammer Slammer, no, didn't see it. Favorite 3-hour movie? I don't know, the movies I'm thinking of are like 2.5 hours long. Like Shawshank Redemption or even Aliens. So I don't know what my favorite 3-hour movie would be. Night of the Living Dead original. I think that film sucks. Scarface, yeah, I guess that's a pretty lengthy film. The Batman, I don't know if it's technically 3 hours long though. Heat, that's a good one. Heat and Scarface would probably be up there then. DJ, I would choose Metro. I think Metro is more underrated of a film. No, I don't like The Godfather. I think it's boring as shit. I much prefer Goodfellas or Casino. Night of the Living Dead original, I think that film sucks. I much prefer the 1990 remake. Body Melt, never seen it. Duke Nukem 3D, I played like 20 years ago. I don't remember a thing about it. I remember liking the game, but I haven't played in 20 years. So nah, that hasn't come up a lot. The keep stuff. That hasn't come up in the conversation. American Wolf in London, I don't mind. I like the effects in it. I don't mind that film. It's not a film I rewatch a lot. It's not my favorite werewolf film, but I don't mind American Wolf in London. I like it more than The Howling. My favorite werewolf films are Dog Soldiers and Silver Bullet. So that's just me, though. Hey, Sam Crow. Sorry I missed you. Yeah, Patricia Tallman, I believe is her name, and Night Living Dead remake. I liked her. I liked her a lot in the remake. That was one of the reasons why I liked that film a lot more than the original. Steven Seagal fanboy. I don't know what to tell you, man. Not my field in terms of I'm not Dr. Phil. I'm not a therapist. I don't know what to tell you about your girlfriend. You think Watchers 1 and 2 may be the most underrated movie of all time? I mean, I like both movies. I mean, I don't know if I say most underrated of all time, but I like both movies quite a bit. Watchers 2 I have on Blu-ray. So, I mean, I like both. Both are fun. Hey there, it's the VTuber. How's it going? How you doing? Bad Moon, I don't mind. I don't mind that film. But yeah, Watchers 1 and 2, I do enjoy that movie. I do like that film quite a bit. Favorite Michael Ironside role? Total Recall is a good one. That's a good role for him, for Michael Ironside. That might be the one I would pick. Uh, I might have flipped through Severance and The Cottage back in the day, but I don't remember caring much about them. But I don't remember much about those movies. I remember flipping through them, but being like, I don't think this is for me." Oh, hey there, Mike. Sure. I mean, could do that. Let me do some real quick. No, no one has requested Terrifier 2, and it would have to be a lot of money because that film's 2.5 hours long. All right, Mike, I sent you the link on Facebook. All right, take your time, Mike. By sending the link on Facebook. I don't give a fuck what Victor Selva's doing. Unless it's in jail, then I don't care. That's just my opinion. Unless it's a jail term, I don't give a fuck what Victor Selva is doing, to be honest. Nothing against Callum for asking. I just, that guy I don't give a fuck about. That's cool that Hush is getting a physical release. I like that film. That's a good film by, I forget his name. He's the guy who did Doctor Sleep, I believe. Mike Flanagan, I believe. I do like Hush. That was a nice surprise. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, you watching Mike's rant on first VHS. Well, I mean, I think I yelled about it too. Very horrible shit is what that should be called. That movie. Yeah, it's a fucking horrible film. Sequel was better. My favorite Tom Cruise film is Edge of Tomorrow. That's my favorite. That would definitely be my favorite. That would be my favorite. That's just me though. That's just me. They blacklist James Woods and Mel Gibson, but Victor Salvatier's to keep making movies. Well, his buddy is Francis Ford Coppola. That's why. And Francis Ford Coppola gets to do whatever he wants because he made The Godfather and Apocalypse Now. How many times did Hollywood be fine with Roman Polanski or Woody Allen? Look how long they went before. not much of anything really happened to them. They kind of just quietly went away. But I mean, Roman Polanski, people have clapped for. Woody Allen, people have clapped for. I mean, that's Hollywood. My favorite Lou Diamond Phillips film is The First Power. Collateral is a great one. That would also be one of my favorite Tom Cruise films. Edge of Tomorrow, I just really enjoy the story. Woody Allen adopted his wife. Yep, that's true, and it's very fucking weird and very, very sketchy. It's not sketchy, it's horrible. It's more like it. Sean, I did record your request. That will be uploaded sometime tomorrow night. The Sean Connery one. Thank you for that. And yeah, I've seen Garp. I kind of meh. Didn't love it, hate it. I did like Frogman. That's cool that you liked it. Baja. Is that who you like to be called, Baja? Or is there another name you prefer? Well, most of those themes to go directed video films are pretty bad. That you can laugh at. Side of House Rules. Not my kind of movie. Hey, Movie May. Sorry I missed it. Hope you're doing well. Favorite Michael Jackson song, Man in the Mirror. Most underrated Tom Cruise film. I don't know what most underrated. I don't know. The Firm was a box office hit. I don't know if I would call it underrated. I don't know what would be underrated. It is set to begin with the premiere of Creature Commandos in 2024. What is? I don't know what the contest. What's the context to what you're saying? What's set to begin? Did I miss something? Maybe I missed something. Yeah, I've seen Pleasantville. I like it. I like Pleasantville. It is set to begin with the premiere of Creature Commandos. What is? Box office bombs are actually good. I mean, take your pick. Predator 2 didn't do well. That's a great movie. Dread bombed. That's a great movie. Dread from 2012. I don't care about any more Tim Burton films. He hasn't made a good film in a long time. So I don't really care if Tim Burton makes a film again. And Beetlejuice 2 looks like shit, in my opinion. Looks like the same cinematographer of The Munsters. Oh, thank you, Jeremy. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Hey, Matt, just want to say you're very well spoken in all your videos and love your channel, man. Well, I'm not that well spoken. I befuddle and muddle my words, and the Golden Gate teeth here makes it hard to speak and enunciate words. And I can be honest about my flaw. I mean, this butt teeth, the gap in there, which I don't want to change because I don't like the idea of someone taking my teeth and pulling them out when they're still work. So, but it makes it hard at times to enunciate certain things. So that's why certain words sound very slurred. But I can admit that I still keep doing it, and flaws and all, that's what you get. I'm still here. So thank you, Jeremy. I appreciate that. Hey, Google Reviews. Hope all's well with you. I agree. Don't give a flying fuck about Beetlejuice too. Yeah, I'm doing well. Hope you're doing well too. I'm doing okay. It's raining. Went to get groceries. Had to do work around the house. Record a couple videos. Transfer them. Edited them. Like video game playthroughs for Dark Metal Spider. And just take a break for an hour or two. We'll try to do some commentary, probably some commentaries later tonight. Yeah, no whistling. That's true. There ain't no whistling. My favorite Coen brothers, The Big Lebowski. My favorite year, never heard of it. Sweeney Todd, I wasn't big on it. I mean, prob the last Tim Burton film I really enjoyed might have been Sleepy Hollow. Hey, Dante. I do like the movie Fargo. I like the TV show, the first season I reviewed and watched. That was a very good with Billy Bob Thornton. That was a really good show that season. That was the only one they requested, but that was a fun watch. But I don't mind the movie. Favorite Donald Sutherland role, Lock Up as the warden. Definitely Lock Up with Sylvester Stallone. He was a great villain. Yeah, I probably would enjoy Max Payne 3 more as a movie. If someone took the game and edited into a movie and put in like all the cool slow-mo stuff, they know what they're doing. Yeah, that would be more enjoyable. Probably a lot more enjoyable. My favorite werewolf film is Dog Soldiers. Nick of Time was okay, but I think it could have been a lot better. Yeah, The Big Lebowski is my favorite Coen Brothers film. A movie most similar to things happen in your life? None. I can't think of any. Jose, I'm doing well. Hope you're doing good. I'm sure sooner or later that Blu-ray will come out of Fraud Man. I don't know about the limited, but I mean, I'm sure something will come later uh, about it sometime. Simpsons and Mel Gibson, I don't remember much about it. Betty, hello there. I don't know what Creature Commandos is. Like I said, I reviewed the first season of Fargo TV show, and I liked it. The Hurricane, bit too long for me. Favorite Christopher Walken role? I don't know. I have to think about that. The Dead Zone will be up there. Favorite Jared Bruckheimer movie? Again, I don't know. Uh, Too many to list. IMDb, I go once in a while. Operation Fortune, never saw. Nah, never played Max Payne 2. And Max Payne 1 I haven't played in like 20 years. Maybe maybe one day I'll get requested for it. We'll see. Favorite Caruso role? I mean, my favorite film would be The Thing. Favorite role is probably Jack Burton. But Operation Fortune, never saw that one. It got delayed for so long, I just forgot about it. Yeah, I've seen Stigmata. It's kind of forgettable. I preferred End of Days, which was another Gabriel Byrne supernatural shocker. No one knows what the fuck the spirit is, so no, they don't give a shit. Rain and fog are the best, unless you're flooding. If there's a flood, then it's not really the best of weather. If it rains so much, you gotta swim to get to your mailbox. Uh, no, Kevin, probably. Well, yeah, I would say Stay Plissken. Yeah, I would say that. I like Death Proof. I saw Grindhouse in the theater. It was a great experience because I saw the first movie, Planet Terror. Then they had the couple of fake trailers, and then I saw Death Proof, and it was a wonderful experience. Not many people in the theater, and sadly it bombed, and we did not get any more of those type of films, which is sad. But oh well. You saw Aeon Romulus. The only good performance was that newborn knockoff at the end. I wouldn't call that a good performance. Yeah, the ending of Death Proof is a fun, except the girl that kept saying, "Go tap that ass, tap that ass." Like, can you shut up? You don't have to keep repeating tap your ass, tap your ass. I didn't like that part, but the rest of it I liked. Hey, Radio Snake, hope you're doing well. Ultra Edo, take care. Hey there, Quentin. Hey there, Walker. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, Machete, I remember. Okay.
Hey there. What's up? Can you hear me okay? I got my new mic here, so.
Yeah, I did hear you.
All right, cool. Doesn't sound too quiet or anything.
No, I'm actually just turning down my headphones. It's, but that's good. That means it's loud enough and people can hear you.
Okay.
Hi there, Tiffany. How are you doing? Nice to meet you. I know you list some
Sorry, the
nice
lighting
comments.
that I have right now makes me look like a tomato, but I don't. I really don't have any other alternative.
That's fine. Yeah, OCP's Random Machete was legendary. I agree.
That movie fucking sucks.
So before I get to more in the chat, it's been so it's funny. It's been a long time coming with the Keep,
Yes, it has
because
been.
we talked about that, and it's on the channel. Beside, my audio is horrible. You can't hear
Yeah.
me because that was like the old Skype,
Uh-huh.
old
Yeah.
microphone. But we talked about the Keep years ago about how
Yes.
Stefan Peter, the Peter
Yeah.
Pecker
I
motherfucker,
wonder if
purple
he's
people ear.
involved at all with this release from Vinegar Syndrome.
Probably not, which would be the greatest irony ever. That years ago, over a decade ago by this point,
Yeah, yeah,
he took down your video because you
uh-huh,
used pictures from his website, supposedly, which you
uh-huh,
didn't.
yeah,
You found.
yep.
And Stefan Peter was like, "I will do this documentary that how long has it been?
It's
Where's
been like 12 years?
And this documentary apparently is in his mind and never came about."
Nope.
But sorry, I mean you explain that. I'm talking for you, but how you hope you're doing well.
So, yeah, I first heard about The Keep in the Fangoria book, the 101 Most Unheralded Horror Films, and it looked interesting, and I tracked down the VHS and then watched it, and I didn't think it was great, but I thought that it was definitely an interesting film, and I liked the score, and there were a lot of things that I did like about it, but it never really had a DVD release, so I decided to just kind of make my own, and I decided to kind of post some of the things that I created myself for special features on a channel of mine. I don't remember exactly what channel it was. It was like one of the OCP ones, like OCP 00 something. And
002 or 003,
yeah,
one of
because I
those.
know one of those channels got taken out by Bruce Hornsby. Another one
Yeah.
was taken out by a Friday the 13th Jason Lives trailer of all things. Um, but Stefan Peter, he sent me a long essay. It literally was an essay basically, telling me, you got to take that video down, blah, 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 blah. It's my property, it's my copyright. And I was like, well, that's not true. Like, you don't own the rights to any of this Keep memorabilia or these Keep photos or any of this. That's Paramount. That's not you. And so I just didn't think anything of it. I was like, whatever. Leave it up. And then he sent a takedown notice. The video got taken down, copyright strikes, channel got removed. And I remember getting on Skype and ranting to Matt about what was about what went down and what happened, and then yeah, that's basically the saga of me and the Keep. I actually haven't done a review of that film, I don't think. And that this is definitely one of my most anticipated releases of this year. I mean, it sucks for Vinegar Syndrome because it's no longer a secret. No, they can no longer, be like, oh yeah, we've got the Keep as well for a flash order, for Black Friday flash pre-order. I bet you didn't see that coming. It's like, yeah, we did. We saw it coming a mile away thanks to the artist who did the artwork for the Blu-ray. I don't know how, like, how did this artist, why did this artist do this, and how did Vinegar Syndrome not really stay on top of this in the first place?
Well, I mean, I think for the company, they probably just they probably just assumed,
Yeah.
don't say anything. And then this guy, I think he made an error in judgment where he put it up, but he didn't realize that when he put it up, the link would say Vinegar Syndrome and people would
Uh-huh.
look at it,
Yeah.
and he didn't think about that. And it's like, oh, hey, this is just some artwork, because he's done artwork for like Misery and other stuff. So
He's
people,
done artwork too for Criterion.
right.
So,
And I saw like there's a lot of other different types of artwork, but maybe he just assumed, oh, people don't think it's another piece of artwork. But he put the Vinegar Syndrome thing, left it on there. And it's weird. I mean, we always heard that Forever it would never get released because.
Michael Mann.
So it'll be interesting to hear the story, if there is one.
I
Of what
doubt there's
changed.
gonna be a special like director's cut or anything. I don't
Right.
think that's gonna be
Which would
the
make me even
case.
more curious as to how they were able to do it. Because I
Yeah.
thought Michael Mann said never, especially the theatrical.
Not in a million years. Not on my watch. Maybe the check cleared. Like with Peter Weller not doing RoboDoc for all of his time, and then the check cleared. So maybe that's what happened.
Maybe enough people paid those, $750 to get a chance to
maybe
buy that,
that's what it was. They needed to pay Michael Mann.
to pay that, to get a coupon for whatever that coupon code was for that, to
That
buy the
was
$100 poster.
when I first heard about that, I was like, "You've got to be fucking kidding!" And then I was like, "No, that's real. It's not a prank. It's not April, so it's not April Fool's Day joke."
Like, is that coupon code to get like a percentage off, or just
Yeah.
to get it for
Or,
free?
no, I think it's to get a percentage off or to get access to maybe some other posters that aren't for sale.
But that's a poster that wasn't for sale either, even though they had
Yeah,
$100.
I know.
So here's a coupon, so maybe you could pay $100 for this, or $80 or whatever. And they're not even that good looking poster. It's just
No,
the Vinegar Syndrome name, so it's to advertise their website. It's not even
for $500 or $750, that's what you get.
Well,
You
no,
could
you
buy
get the opportunity to pay
yes,
another 100.
yes, exactly. You can get a whole new fucking TV. You can get a really nice 4K TV for that price.
But yeah,
Or
that's
like if
still.
you have a wish list on Amazon, you could probably buy like almost your entire wish list for that amount of money if you aren't putting like an insane amount of expensive stuff on there.
Yeah.
I could probably buy half my wish list, over half my wish list on Amazon right now if I had that amount of money to blow.
But I mean, they know their audience. They know there's
Yes,
and someone did it.
of course they did.
They
It's
paid
like
the
the giant.
750.
It's like the people who make those giant pledges on those, Search of Darkness or, In Search of Tomorrow or Aliens Expanded or or The Thing expanded.
Or Turtle Dot 2, which is now a thing.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like,
I'm like, oh, really? So now you're doing wait a minute. Wait a minute. You over, 10
over a
years ago
decade ago
now,
again. Yeah.
these people are getting mad at me. Well, I'm getting mad at them first, then they're getting mad at me saying, how's this? I'm asking, how is this definitive? This is like 80, 90 minutes. Most
Uh-huh.
of the history's missing. Then a decade later, it's like, well, we're coming with a sequel, and this time it's 4 hours long. And I'm like, And then you know what got me their company name?
What?
It's definitive. I'm like, I know I shouldn't have an ego about this, but that's hard for me to not wonder if that was because of me yelling at them about the word definition
Oh my
definitive.
god. That's like the company Original Film. Remember that company
Oh
who
yeah.
released the Total Recall remake?
Very original of a film. Jesus Christ. But yeah,
Or like with
Turtle Doc,
RoboDoc,
yeah.
I still haven't seen it yet. It's
I haven't seen it either.
I have to take the time, and I got too much fucking Sopranos to watch right now. So I don't really have the time to sit down and watch RoboDoc for 4 hours. But sometime in the future, I definitely want to do that, or play the game Rogue City, which I actually did download. I have a copy of it
Hmm,
on my PC.
cool.
But yeah, even with RoboDoc, like I read something about they talked about some kind of woke social commentary bullshit at some point, and I'm like, great, that's really what I want to hear in a RoboCop documentary. And also the whole idea of just breaking down the movie scene by scene. As a fan of that film, it sounds boring to me. That doesn't sound great. It sounds like I'm stuck at a lecture. Like I for some reason now I'm going to a lecture about some guy talking about RoboCop and breaking it down scene by scene for college. Like that's that's what it sounds like to me.
And they're not talking about the sequels, right?
And we already have pretty comprehensive documentaries about the first movie already. So that's the other thing. Um And that's the reason why Aliens Expanded doesn't interest me at all. Like you have a 4 hour, what is it, a 3 hour long documentary on the making of Aliens already? Like how
Yeah.
much more definitive can you possibly get? A lot of the stuff that's going to be discussed in that expanded thing is probably already shit that's already been discussed
Yeah,
and talked about in that documentary.
this one is 4 hours and 40 minutes. 4 hours and 40 minutes,
And
this
probably a lot
Aliens.
of it is just people talking about the movie. You
Well,
know
yeah.
what a lot of these documentaries are.
Mhm. What happened to all that stuff about the sequels? They're gonna do, like,
Yeah.
the other ones.
Oh, it's gonna come out later this year or next year or the year after that. There's probably gonna be another long ass delay because of Screambox and whatever deal they made with them.
Go figure.
But speaking of Alien, I've been revisiting the Alien films lately, and the first two films are still classics. Alien 3 though can go fuck itself and die. I I to this day I don't get it. I do not understand the unsung brilliance, the defenses, people saying things like, "Oh, the alien queen just laid an egg." Like it just happened. It's like that doesn't make any sense. The alien queen could not lay an egg because it can't lay an egg without its sac. The queen is based on a wasp and the wasp's life cycle. And so the aliens in Aliens are based on wasps. Cameron has even, mentioned this. And so
Mhm.
that's why you have the sac, which is an ovipositor. An ovipositor is how the wasp lays its eggs. It can't lay eggs without that. And even if it could, So I'm supposed to believe that this fucking 10-foot tall alien queen snuck around the Solico without anybody noticing and popped out this egg and then stuck it to the fucking ceiling. And also no one in the the cryopod chamber saw it beforehand before they decided to, go into hypersleep. Or the theory I've heard is that Bishop did it. Why the fuck would Bishop do it? It's not in his well, he's Wayland Yutani. It's like, yeah, but he has programming that says that he can't harm any humans. That would be deliberately going against his programming.
And none of it's in the movie, so it don't matter.
Exactly. Why is it that so many people have to literally invent things in order to defend Alien 3?
I don't know. You're asking the wrong guy.
I know, but it's just crazy to me. It's like one of the few films that I've seen when it comes to like discussions about it that people are just literally coming up with shit that they're pulling out of their ass to defend this movie and praise it as a masterpiece.
Because David Fincher directed it. I mean, I'm being serious.
Yeah.
Because David Fincher directed it. If some Joe Schmo directed it, I don't think people would care about it as much. I really don't.
That's a good point. It really is.
But real quick, let me just say hi to people in the chat. Hope everyone's doing well. Radio State, you have a good night. Hey there, Max T, Mati, Turner and Associates. Hello there. Baja, the VTuber, Preminator, Attention Fan, Neopunk. Hope everyone's having a good night so far. It's been raining about here, but it's calming down a little bit.
It's the complete opposite over here. It's like 100 degrees almost.
And hey there, Joe. Hope you're doing well. Now, I figure while I wait for questions to come up or whatever the case.
Did you see the trailer for the Minecraft movie, Matt?
No, I didn't.
It looks terrible.
I'm sure.
Like I am not a Minecraft guy. I haven't really played the game before, but I think even a lot of people who grew up playing this game will look at this trailer and be like, "This looks like shit." It's like they took the Jumanji sequels concept, because Jack Black is in the cast, and they just applied that to Minecraft, basically. A bunch of, humans wind up in the Minecraft world. And the CGI and the green screen effects are atrocious. Like, it honestly looks like shit that's worse than what you saw in Spy Kids 3.
No, I haven't seen the trailer. And Neopunk, I mean, I don't care about the movie. So I don't care about the trailer. So I don't care.
And of course, the typical attempts at comedy that are just awkward and cringe, that they're trying to be Marvel or Guardians of the Galaxy. I like Guardians of the Galaxy. It's actually one of my favorite Marvel movies. But what I don't like is this just seemingly never-ending stream of clones that have come out in its wake, of just trying to be the next Guardians of the Galaxy in terms of the casting, or in terms of the tone, or in terms of the type of jokes and the humor.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
It happened with The Hangover. Remember when The Hangover came out and its style and its approach to comedy was actually kind of fresh at the time? And then afterwards, like, everyone's trying to be The Hangover.
Pretty much. But I was gonna... hey there, Liber. Hope you're doing well. Since I'm able to do this, I was just gonna look real quick. I'm gonna look at this.
Alrighty. Yeah.
I looked at this stuff.
Howling 2. Your Sister is a Werewolf in 4K. I have the Scream Factory Blu-ray. That's fine. That's good enough. That's more than enough for that movie. I like the film as a So Bad It's Good movie. Red Brown yelling, shooting werewolves, but it's not a great movie. It just is not.
I think it's the best Halloween film. That's
Yeah.
not saying much.
Yeah. Because it's not a good franchise. Most of the movies in that franchise suck.
And people keep asking about Beetlejuice 2. Mike looks forward to it. I don't. I don't
It's
care.
cool. It's
So,
fine. I think it definitely has potential to be bad, but
mhm.
I still want to give it a shot. I know that there is a pretty big emphasis on practical effects, which is something that is nice to see. But I'm leery about it because of Tim Burton's track record. I mean, let's be honest here. But yeah, the Vinegar Syndrome, they had their whole sale recently with all their out of print titles that scalpers just took advantage of. Even with their whole like one item per customer deal. I mean, oh yeah, the Mexican Freddy,
And, yeah,
the
I know there's
Mexican
no
Nightmare on Elm
audio
Street,
because my audio won't play that well with these, but
Mexican Nightmare on Elm Street, or it's the origin. It's the origin of Vega for Street Fighter.
Nacho Libre, his origin story. This is now Nacho got to the monastery, whatever, at the beginning of Nacho Libre.
so there's something like that, but then there's also there's like an Indian Freddy knockoff called Makal or something. I think that's what it's called. It's even more blatant in terms of ripping off a Nightmare on Elm Street. The 4K of a Nightmare on Elm Street, it honestly sounds like it's going to be a ripoff too. Because I guarantee Warner Brothers is going to release a box set. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
They've already mentioned it as like they send this thing out to people where you can like vote on potential titles for them to release in the future, and they listed the Nightmare on Elm Street sequels. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to vote for those. So I'm pretty sure that that's going to get a box set.
That'll be very expensive.
It will be. It'll be like the Rocky set. It costs you over $100.
Yeah, take care, Jesse. And yeah, I mean, if people look forward to Beetlejuice 2, that's fine. To me, it's not for me.
But yeah, a lot of the titles that Vinegar Syndrome and Eye for an Eye, never even heard of that movie. Howling 2, okay. There's like other stuff that I guess other labels are gonna be releasing that I'm just kind of like whatever. I mean, like Scream Factory and whatever their recent announcements have been.
Yeah. No. I can't remember the last one I bought from them.
I did buy RoboCop 2, their 4K, and I did get the Getaway. But that's the last two that I've gotten from Shout Factory, is those two. At least directly from them. Like I did get Ghost in the Darkness and Harley Davidson, the Marlboro Man recently, but they were used.
Iron Rooster, I've never seen Nomads. I've heard nothing but bad things about it.
Nomads is forgettable. It's such a forgettable mid movie. It's honestly surprising that that's the same guy who went on to direct Predator. It really is.
Yeah, it looked really boring to me. And Sam Crow, I don't want a third Collector film. The second one ended it perfectly. Just don't make it anymore. Not every film needs to continue. Not every franchise needs to continue.
They're
But they
doing
don't.
it though.
They don't realize it though that it's not always needed.
It's true. I mean, in retrospect, with Alien, like if they're not going to do the third film right, then I would have rather them not have done a third one at all. Seriously, it's like,
Yeah, I agree.
oh yeah, Paramount. What in the hell are they doing with these releases. Oh, Sweeney Todd, you better get this box set of random horror movies because we have an exclusive title in there, and it's Sweeney Todd with Johnny Depp. Oh, and then we're gonna release that separately though later. So the exclusive title is not exclusive for honestly any significant length of time.
No.
And then we're gonna do part 2, which is an even more random ass collection of movies. Breakdown and what is it? Pet Cemetery 2? Is that the other one that's in there? Yeah, it's
Well, I don't know.
Breakdown. I gotta look this up because this is the most random.
Is that the one with World War Z in it?
Yeah. Here's the list of the titles in this. Friday the 13th Part 2, Breakdown, Orphan First Kill, and World War Z.
Yeah.
You just picking random titles out of a fucking hat?
Go figure.
And it says Friday the 13th Part 2 is exclusive to that set, but that's getting a separate release too.
Yeah, it is. I remember seeing that. And before I go on, some people are asking, I don't know anything about a Creepshow box set. I mean, this is not that. This is a steel book thing.
I mean, I have Creepshow in 4K. It's actually a pretty nice 4K from Scream Factory. I don't like that steelbook though. I've always hated that cover art. It looks cheap. It looks like I think it's intentionally supposed to look like one of those stickers that you would get out of a vending machine back in like the 80s, but I never liked the look of that.
Yeah, with Spider-Man's background.
yeah. Yeah, from the 70s live action TV show. But yeah, Creepshow, it's got a good 4K. It's got a box set Blu-ray that with a hard case that's actually pretty nice from Scream Factory as well.
When you getting this?
Never. I'll just stick with my Blu-ray that I got from a pawn shop for like $1.
Deadpool's in it.
I love Deadpool, man, but like it doesn't mean that I'm gonna spend money on an Amityville Horror remake 4K. I swear to God, a lot of these titles, it's like that one quote from TMNT. Please don't tell me you paid money for this. Like that's how I feel about a lot of this shit. The Boy in 4K. Who is asking for that?
Not me. I didn't ask for that shit at all.
Is it the tall man? Is he the one that's like, yeah, get the boy out so I could buy the boy?
You get that.
Fuck. I heard that one of those films, either it's that one or the sequel, it has a male lead. I'm like, great. We get male leads in horror films lately, but in pieces of shit like Blood and Honey.
Well, we did have Willy's Wonderland. That was a fun one.
Yes, that was. Further up, it showed Chains of Gold. You remember that one with John Travolta? Like, I guess it's gonna be a Keanu Lorber release. That's a weird movie. Like, I wouldn't say that I was a big fan of the film, but there were some things that it did that I definitely felt were kind of unexpected. I mean, an elevator, like an abandoned elevator shaft with fucking alligators.
Yeah.
Like, what? And it's all about Travolta playing this guy I think he works for, what is it, an adoption agency or some shit?
Sounds about right.
And he's trying to save this kid, or he's a reporter, and there's some of this stuff going on with these kids who are going missing and they're being used by these drug dealers. And the drug dealer has a fucking empty elevator shaft with alligators.
And Antonis, I will only see Beetlejuice 2 if it's a pay request. I have no reason to see it otherwise. I have zero interest. And then General, he's asking if you ever going to get the sudden death 4K.
It probably when Kino has one of their sales, because they do that fairly consistently. So I'll probably get it when they do one of their sales, because I don't have the film except on a full screen DVD, which, by the way, that whole trend for a while with DVDs was fucking lame. Remember when they used to release a full screen version along with the widescreen version?
Yeah. By the way, don't get this. For
Yes.
anyone out there.
Do not buy that shit.
The first film is heavily edited.
Like ridiculously edited. Like I heard it's not a TV cut, it's just like some foreign cut that was just cut to bits.
Which is, of course, no one noticed, so of course they put it on here. And
speaking of stuff, well, at least that's, I mean, yeah, I don't think you should pay any money for it because it's botched, but the price tag for it isn't as absurd for in comparison to like imprint stuff. Have you seen the price tag for imprints? Fucking
no.
Blu-rays, like the average like $90 imported for stuff like Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, or over $200 for a Neverending Story 4K set.
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, I did hear about that. Yeah, I won't be getting that.
I like that film. I'm not spending over $200 for a replica of the Neverending Story book with like posters and lobby cards and a soundtrack CD and a copy of the documentary Life After the Neverending Story and the movie in 4K. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, Stelman Marty, he bought that, and after we did the show, we were talking, and he's like, yeah, I'm like, hey, why don't you test it out real quick? He's like, okay. And then he like saw the running time difference, and then I'm like, go to the end, look at the last death scene, and then just his reaction. Oh my god. Because apparently it's like Tom Berenger pointing a gun.
The substitute, yeah.
And then Ernie Hudson dead. The whole death is cut out. Him getting shot.
I wonder if Mark is gonna get the Neverending Story set too.
I think nah. I think Wes CT might, because he's a big fan of that film. He just won't tell his wife about it. But someone's asking if Newt was a drug in World Cop 2, would you try it, Mike?
No.
Yeah, why would you try a drug? And no, Mike saw the Minecraft trailer. I did not.
Inside Out 2.
Oh yeah.
I think it's like it made like over $1 billion. I
Yeah,
haven't seen the first one, so I can't really say a whole lot. Here's the thing, though, with all these sequels now, like, you know, there's something to be said about Disney when they were doing stuff like Strange World. It didn't do well, but they were trying to do something different. They weren't just trying to do sequels. But now, due to the fact that those original films that they tried to do for their, you know, Pixar division or for the animated division of the company, they bombed. They didn't do well. So now they're just doing sequels and more sequels.
I mean, they're desperate for box office.
Yep.
I mean,
they're definitely a company that this year they bounced back. I mean, compared to some of these other studios like Lionsgate, which I think is probably going to get sold off within the next fucking year or so if they keep this up when it comes to their box office bombs. They're releasing a movie starring Halle Berry later this year called Never Let Go.
Oh yeah.
That's going to bomb.
Yeah, it is going to bomb. Definitely.
A lot of interesting titles here. Amos and Andrew.
Yeah.
Who's releasing that? Just a MOD. Looks like a MOD disc. Yeah,
So
made on demand from the company, directly from the studio.
it says MGM.
Yeah, directly from MGM, made on demand. Because MGM now is owned by Amazon. So now I guess Amazon's like, oh, we'll just do a bunch of made on demand stuff now.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Michael Keaton.
Speechless. Keaton, there was a trailer for a film he's in that's going to come out later this year called Good Rich. It basically looks like a 2020 Mr. Mom. So it's not that original, but Keaton looked good. He was good in it, and it looked like it had, good heart to it. So it's the kind of film that I wouldn't mind to watch on a rainy day kind of thing.
Maybe Lionsgate, you were mentioned before, maybe they shouldn't be releasing shit like The Crow.
Yeah.
You
Or
know,
Borderlands.
with Emo Steve-O.
Back to back.
Exactly.
I like the Friday the 13th remake, but I'll wait. I know it says limited, but it's Arrow. They'll release a non-limited edition later.
Yeah, I mean, I like that film. I think that's a good remake. That's a good movie. I don't need
Yeah,
the
Bringing
set,
Out
but
the
that's a good
Dead.
movie.
That's good.
I don't like this movie, but I'm curious about
Chronicles of Riddick.
the features. I mean, there's I think a feature-length documentary,
Oh, okay.
but I'm not buying the movie because I don't like the movies.
Caligula, the Ultimate Cut. I'm kind of curious about that, but I'm not going to buy it. It's too much. It's way too much to import for a blind buy.
Yeah.
Hey, there you go. Matt Doomsday in 4K.
I'll just watch Escape from New York if that's the case. Or Escape from LA. I'll just watch those. The Grey Escape 2.
Yeah, the one with Christopher Reeve. Speaking of Christopher Reeve, I really like the trailer for Super/Man, which is going to be about Christopher Reeve and his story.
Yes, the Superman one. Yeah, it looked definitely emotional, as it would, of course. Makes sense.
I mean, Chris is and always will be a huge inspiration for me. I mean, I actually wrote a paper about Chris when he was still alive for school. So that's something that, like, I will always keep with me because I did a lot of research and, read his autobiography and stuff like that. Bad Boys, Boys 4, Sad Boys.
Soy Boys. Which neither of us were fans of.
No. But it made a lot of money. Long Legs, I've heard good things about. I'm going to give it a shot, along with stuff like Strange Darling and Cuckoo whenever those come out on streaming. If you go further up, like where it was Long Legs was there. Yeah, Body Double. I like that one. I have a pretty good Blu-ray already, though, but I kind of want that 4K because I really like that film. And it's a steelbook that actually uses a cover art.
Yeah.
The right way. Hey, let's actually license the poster art. Not whatever the hell they're doing with, like, Blazing Saddles. Have you seen that cover art for that steelbook, Matt?
Yeah. Ain't for me. Put it that way.
Hey, it's called Blazing Saddles. You know what we need for the cover? A blazing saddle. Said no one ever.
Jesus.
Oh, The Exorcism. Yeah, the other Russell Crowe exorcism movie that you did, like, back to back with The Pope's Exorcist.
Well, yeah, I mean, I like The Pope's Exorcist. That film didn't interest me, though.
Link, the Blu-ray's fine for me, honestly.
But I guess for those who never picked it up, this has both, so.
Yeah, because I think the Blu-ray's out of print, so. Bloodbath of the House of Death. That's a bad movie. It's like it's
I've seen it.
It's one of those, like, attempts at being a horror comedy, but it's not funny, and it's also not scary. So just kind of dull.
Here you go.
Mummy and the Curse of the Jackals. Okay, Severin.
You get that. This I liked, but I don't
Mhm.
know if other people would like it because I
Yeah.
like the gimmick. You probably
Okay.
know the gimmick of this, right?
Yes, I do.
The last 10 minutes, too talky. It was a bad
Mhm.
choice. But I like the weird simplicity of this. It made it seem a bit refreshing, but I just see people
Yeah.
find it boring.
It's kind of like how I feel about the movie Stop Motion. I think that's going to be divisive. I think some people aren't really going to be into it. I think it's too pretentious, too this or that. But I liked it. I felt like the dark ending actually fit for that film because it had a pretty consistent dark tone throughout it. A lot of it's about dealing with mental illness and stuff like that. And what really stood out to me in that movie is just the really intense and creepy stop motion scenes.
You know what's funny? Mike brought this up before, and I literally said, "I think Wes is." Let's see. I said you don't buy it, and you don't hide from your wife the bill.
Gotta use your credit card.
And hey, Mark, how was watching The Substitute this weekend? How you guys doing? Hope you guys doing well. Yeah, we're just
Yeah.
looking through digital bits. This is all the films coming out from all sorts of places. Just look at the, you need
Once
more of
Upon a
this.
Time in Amityville. Great. Yeah,
You
because we
still,
need Amityville Elevator, Amityville Backpack. That's a real movie, by the way. Amityville Backpack.
well, you
Or
get Cocaine Cooter.
Amityville Vibrator. That's another one. That's a real
Yeah,
movie.
I'm sure that's Cool Duder's movie.
Cocaine Cougar.
I didn't even know this was a thing. Like, I just saw this, and that's why I highlighted. Went, what else has cocaine? I mean, Cocaine Bear. I'm sure they did Cocaine Shark. That had to have been.
Of course. They did Voodoo Shark.
They've done everything. Was it this on this one of these pages? It was Rain Shark.
They did Ghost Shark too, I think, at one point.
Yeah, I know they've done everything with sharks. For fucking reason, I don't know why.
I blame Sharknado. I really do.
Oh, here you go. This.
Jurassic Exorcist.
You know what's bad when your dinosaur is getting possessed by the devil? I guess just as a priest in modern time. I don't know if he goes back in time or it's Jurassic Park and to bring the dinosaurs back, the devil maybe brought them back to life, or they didn't want to possess. I don't. I mean, what do you? Okay, you guess what the plot of this film could be, Mike.
Here's my thought. It's going to be one of those asylum type movies where the cover doesn't represent anything that's actually in the movie. He doesn't go to the Jurassic times. There's like maybe one or two dinosaurs and they don't come from the past, or it's just a hallucination made by the devil, and then you got a priest is involved, and then somehow it's actually some kind of religious, pro-Christian movie.
That could be well. But real quickly, yeah, this Friday, I believe I'm going to be on the Dead Pit stream, and
Okay.
Mark had this idea of we're coming up with our top 5 favorite movies of each year of the 80s.
Cool.
But because there's so many, it's going to be a part
Oh, it's tough.
one.
That it's also tough to
I got
whittle
my
them
list.
down.
I got my list already. So Mark and Uncle Bill, Mark better get your shit together. I know you're mad about Substitute.
I know.
Yeah, get over it, man. Yeah, get over it. Yeah, do some work, son. God damn it. It's probably one of those free CJ does it.
Yeah. Yeah.
How you doing, Card? Did it? You know what? I mean, you're right. And you're right
Fat
by
wreck.
fat what?
A fat wreck.
Oh. Maybe that's Sarah Silverman.
It's like it's like made by the people who made Crank Anchors.
Uh,
No, it's not. It just looks like it.
it does look like, yeah, that's why I have no idea what the
Mind
hell this
Melter
is.
60. Okay, where's
Where's
the
the other
other
59?
59? It'll be like Surf 2. There's
Arrow
no Surf 1.
Video? Really? What the fuck is this movie? Has anyone ever heard of this fucking movie? There are films that still have 3 Men and a Baby don't have a fucking Blu-ray.
Uh-huh.
Well, we know it because Disney. But this film, no one's ever heard of gets a fucking Blu-ray. That's what pisses me off. And I know it's
Oh, there they are. There's all the other Mind Melters. Apparently they're porno. They're
apparently.
porn films.
Which actually, funny enough, I did get requested a porn film to review.
Okay.
Everybody needs MILF. It's a first, but we'll figure out. General,
I mean, hey, Cinema Snob used to do that.
General, I have to find it first. If it comes up, I'll show him. General, okay? So
I don't
no.
like the Columbia Classics shit. I hate it. It's like $150 for like 5 random fucking titles.
You're not buying it?
No. Just like I'm not buying the Imaginary 4K.
Well, Mark will buy it if it's from Germany.
Cowboys and Aliens is disappointing because it has no HDR. It's just a 4K with no HDR. Like honestly, without a fucking without HDR, like a 4K, unless it's something like Super Mario Brothers where they couldn't really make that work. But I guess they couldn't do it with Cowboys and Aliens either because of some limitation with the print or something. But it's a shame because I think that film would look great with HDR, but you don't get that.
Yeah, Wes, I don't know what you mean by go watch that go. I'm not sure what you meant. It might have maybe
well,
maybe
I mean,
trying by Never Ending Story and
that will sell out. That'll sell out. But probably not as fast as The Keep. I think The Keep from Vinegar Syndrome, whenever they drop that, that's gonna sell as much copies as stuff like Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 and Rad.
Oh yeah, I know that. That's going to definitely sell out. I mean, I like the film. I mean,
I'm definitely gonna get it because I've been waiting forever and a day. The Blob Steelbook. Oh, the one that was a Best Buy exclusive but isn't anymore because Best Buy doesn't exist. I mean, Best Buy exists, but they don't release physical media anymore. It's a good 4K if you don't have it already, Matt. It really is. The Blob. I honestly do recommend it.
That's cool. I mean, I've found my Blu-ray, but I'll definitely look into it because I love the film.
As Above, So Below. I like it. I'm fine with my Blu-ray because that's all that is anyway. Is just another Blu-ray, and it's a new enough film that I don't really know how much better the transfer would be than what already exists.
Yeah, I like the film as well, so I'm fine with it.
It's like I'm totally fine with some Blu-rays. Like for instance, I rewatched Aliens on the Blu-ray, and it looked amazing. Like I don't need the fucking 4K. Why the hell would I want that anyway? With all of its fucking issues, which apparently are still there with the Terminator, because that new remaster came out in theaters in the UK, and there's people talking about how it's no grain, everything looks unnatural. Linda Hamilton throughout half the movie looks like she's AI generated.
So I was looking at this. The best British basic Texas Chainsaw Massacre look like a picnic of a film I've never even fucking heard of.
Yeah, I've never even heard of that movie either. Inbred?
Okay, if you say so. There's always bullshit that they throw in there just to try to get you to buy shit.
Oh yeah, all the time with all these new horror movies. The scariest horror film in years.
It's all bullshit. I'm sure it is.
Late Night with the Devil. I honestly think that's already overrated. I genuinely feel that way about that movie.
I thought it was okay.
It is. It's just okay. Like what? It's not great.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay, that's.
I mean, I like the film, But it's like it depends how good the features are for me
Yeah.
to spray another 20. You know, a Stream Factory, they charge like
Yeah.
$30.
They do. But yeah, Late Night with the Devil, like it's not a masterpiece. It's got some interesting ideas.
No, I don't think it's a
It's not
masterpiece.
that well executed though. Oh, there's Paradise, the other film directed by the guy.
Where?
The Paradise
Oh,
with that awful fucking cover art. It's so bad. That poster is so ugly. That's Phoebe Cates, by the way.
and they made her look that ugly. That's a feat.
For sure.
This is really Phoebe Cates.
Yes.
It looks like, I don't know, an anorexic Roseanne.
Yeah, by the way, that
fuck?
was the directorial debut of a director that his name might sound familiar to you. Stuart Gilliard.
Ninja Turtles 3.
Yep.
Oh, God. Oh, cool. This is getting a Blu-ray. Does it have a Blu-ray before?
It did. It had a Blu-ray from Kino Lorber.
Oh, okay.
So I think what Kino is doing with some of these titles is they're re-releasing them because they've been out of print, and they're re-releasing them with like, oh, it's a disc that has more space or whatever, so it's supposed to have a little bit better picture quality. That's what I've been noticing. They did that with Revenge of the Ninja, The Challenge with Scott Glenn.
Mm-hmm. Ah.
Oh, they are releasing The Convent separately and not as a limited edition.
Apparently.
Of course. Synapse does this. They'll say, like, I remember, because I've heard that people.
So what happened now?
They've talked to Imprint about Neverending Story. Some people asked Imprint directly, are you going to be doing a non-limited version of this? And then Imprint responded, no, we don't have plans of doing that at this time.
Really?
Well, Synapse did the same thing with the Kindred. They were like, no, we don't have plans of releasing a non-limited version of the Kindred at this time. Then later, there was a non-limited version of the Kindred that came out from Synapse. So just because a company says that doesn't necessarily mean that's actually what's going to happen.
You mean like the 1,000 copies of Rad that they just found in a
Yeah.
truck somewhere
Yep.
that apparently they didn't have anymore, but we have 1,000 copies now.
Mm-hmm.
So this is supposed to be another.
Yeah, it was limited initially, and now there's a special edition that's just a regular release. The Hitcher, it's not cheap, but Second Sight, for the most part, they do pretty reliable work. The release of Inside wasn't the best though.
So was there always meant for October? Was it pushed to October?
I think it was always October.
Oh, okay. I don't know why I thought September. Okay. October 11th, it says there, so we'll see.
So I know I gotta wait to get that and Silence of the Lambs because I ordered that with Silence on Diabolique. So I'm the wait.
This is probably what I'm looking forward to the most.
The Hitcher, for sure.
Yeah.
That's way up there for me as well.
What do you think of that cover art? I don't mind it.
I don't hate it, but it is kind of boring.
Well, yeah,
I'll give it that.
It's simple. It's very orange.
I don't hate it as much as some other people do, though. I really don't.
Right. Beyond the bucket. What is this? All the buckets you're selling at the at the fucking movie theaters? The fuck buckets? All the
Mummy buckets. Shark.
One day someone's going to review every shark film, and it's going to take them 5 years to get through
it. Shark Attack 3 still has one of the best lines of dialogue in a bad movie. I'm feeling a bit wired tonight, so how about I take you home and eat your pussy?
I like this film. Wonder who's doing this. Probably another made on demand. Oh, Via Vision.
Hmm.
Oh. Well, I guess normally they've done good work, just
Yeah,
subsequently
they
fucked up.
normally, yeah. But what they do a lot is they re-release things. Because I think they're the Australian company,
Yeah.
and I have their box set of The Outer Limits from the 90s, the DVD set. It's just the old DVD set. It's just same thing. It's not it's not anything different than what was already released. The Pumpkin Man. It's Jacko?
It's the original title. I like the artwork, but
Yeah.
I'm sure there's nothing like the movie.
I mean, that was a thing back in the 80s or the rental days. You remember you go to the horror section and you'd be like, that looks cool. The Alchemist. And then you'd watch
Yeah.
it and you'd be like, this movie's ass.
Oh yeah.
Because they did that on
What is
purpose.
this?
CIA drugs are us.
What the fuck is this?
Some conspiracy theory documentary.
Maybe it's just if Ventura made it. Okay. Somehow, all those people are involved. Okay.
Did you ever see that show, Matt? Conspiracy Theory? I saw a few episodes back in the day.
I
That
saw
show was
one.
that was a trip. That show was an absolute trip.
Yeah. Uh, Someone mentioned Capricorn One. I don't mind the film. I don't need it. I don't need to
It
buy
already
it
has a
though.
pretty decent Blu-ray. There's the
So,
Nightmare on Elm Street. Both of those cover art are awful. They suck.
well, the guys, I think Stem and Mark mentioned this. That's pretty much the what was that?
Infinite Film.
Yeah, that's
Hmm.
what the cover.
And that bit on the back of the steelbook, I think that's just a repurposed version of like the cover art from the box set.
Yeah. Thank you, Bronson. I appreciate your kind words.
And that other cover art for Nightmare on Elm Street, that's just a repurposed artwork from I think Fred. That's not even Freddy from the first movie, if I
No,
remember correctly.
no, it's not. It's probably the fourth film. And that was on old releases, like the old VHS.
Yes.
Not old, but the newer but old, like
Yeah.
the later VHS tapes. Lazy.
Oh, there's another Ninja Turtles box set, Matt, of the original series.
That I won't buy because they're always shitty releases.
So, but it's funny because they when they first
And a
released this,
DVD, by the way, a
hmm
DVD.
and when they first released this, they released it in like the worst way possible, where it's like, oh hey, we're releasing all these different volumes, and you have to buy all these different individual volumes to get a full season, and then we'll release a box set anyway, in a turtle van, but because of
Yeah,
the way that this box set is built, the discs are just easily scratched. Oh, and then we'll re-release it. They'll release it again, in another DVD box set, and then again in another DVD box set. Are You Afraid of the Dark? Are You Afraid of the Dark? That's cool. I saw that earlier. They're re-releasing that
there we go.
because unless that's the new season. Is that the
Says
new? That's the new season, I think.
says
That's
three
not.
season.
Yeah, the original is longer than 3 seasons, so I don't
Okay,
even think that's the original series.
okay, maybe it is the new one. It looks like Nickelodeon font is. I mean, I don't know. I don't know the details.
Yeah, American Movie, the 4K for that. I like that film. I don't
I
really.
like it. I don't need a 4K of it.
That doesn't really seem like a film that would really benefit a ton from 4K because it's very
There's Amber Heard.
an oddity. I've actually heard some decent things about that movie, but I haven't seen it yet. Death Becomes Her 4K. I mean, I wouldn't mind that because the Blu-ray actually just had the old remaster, so it didn't have a new remaster. So the 4K has a new remaster, if I remember correctly.
Hmm.
So I'd like to pick that up sometime because I'm a big fan of that one. The Wolfman, though, I'm fine with the Blu-ray I have. I don't need a 4K of that movie.
I don't need that at all.
Oh, look,
Suck.
they're re-releasing that Quartet of Torment set. The one that like went out of print real quick and people, scalped and bought a ton of fucking copies and sitting on them, and now Arrow's releasing
I'm
it
sure.
again.
I'm sure they're pissed about that now for buying all that shit. But that's what happens. I mean, you need the demand, and then when
Monsters. That's good. That's good for people who didn't get their hands on that set before it went out of print. Because the DVD set of that show, like, it's been out of print for a long time, and it's going for like hundreds of dollars. So it's way out of people's price range.
they
for a
sure
lot of
do a lot
people.
of fucking DVDs. I'll say that in today's age, they still do a lot of fucking DVDs.
Well, it is, sadly, it does sell more copies than any other format.
Yeah, I heard that. So yeah,
And with stuff like Monsters, I don't really think a Blu-ray would be a good idea. Because with a lot of these things, they don't really have the remastered prints or anything. They just have 480p quality.
but the reason I would prefer Blu-ray is it seems like they would last at least a bit longer than DVD.
Yeah, it depends. Like, I have some old ass DVDs that still are pretty good and still work really well, like from Anchor Bay from back in the day. I think the issue is some companies, they cut some corners when it comes to how the discs were pressed, and so that led to some discs just being completely unusable in the future. 1982 is a great year. That's going to be another lame ass talking head documentary. If I want to watch that, I'll just watch the I Love the 80s episodes of 1982.
So I don't want to be the people who have the pancake dicks. Will they be involved with this too? Who made all the dits, the pancakes?
Oh my god!
The dits out of pancakes, or the pancakes out of dits, whatever it was.
It was dick pancakes.
Yeah.
Yeah, pancakes shaped like
Oh, there you
dicks.
go.
Catnado. No.
Wes,
No.
I think he's not here, but if you ever see this, Wes, I'm telling you, do the remake of Hillbillies on a Haunted House.
Yep.
You will really. This got DVD. That will get a DVD. It will.
Look
This
at
got a DVD.
yeah. Look at what the Nightmare on Elm Street. That's the Ultimate Collector's Edition. Whatever. I don't know if that's official or not, but that's how the Steelbook. That's what the Steelbook should have looked like. Period.
$85.
I know.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
For a Blu-ray, by the way.
Yep.
Well, Stumman Mark, are you getting this? He may not be here, but you get this. That's an import, okay. UK. Jesus Christ. $85 for a Blu-ray. Yes.
Heavenly Bodies. They're releasing that one. It's underneath the Kung Fu Rascals. That's an 80s oddity. It's got a cool soundtrack. Makes for a good double feature with Staying Alive with with John Travolta.
Oh, is it a DVD? Oh, yeah, it's DVD overseas. It's been on DVD overseas.
Well, what's the transfer like? That's my question. Because so many of the transfers for Gleaming the Cube overseas had just been a VHS just slapped on a
Via Vision.
Probably just the same. Knowing their track record.
It says widescreen soundtrack, region free.
I don't know.
I mean, it doesn't have many. This is the older DVD right here.
Was that in widescreen too, or is that just the full?
Yeah.
Screen? Okay.
This DVD overseas.
Oh, so it's just the same thing. It's probably just the same thing. Yeah,
it's probably this. But this is still $17, so I don't know. I guess, I mean, if you need it.
And also the $17 one has the better cover art. I never liked this particular cover art. It looks like it was made it looks like it was made by the same people who made the poster for Honey, I Blew Up the Kid.
Yeah. Jesus.
Doppelganger. That one. That was getting a Blu-ray.
What a great cover.
Fitting for such a great movie. Have you seen Doppelganger?
No, she looks like she's like I don't know, try and be like TM Pet Cemetery, trying to get some
Yeah.
Achilles heels cut.
It's another like it actually is about a doppelganger, so I'll give it that. It's not false advertising. But in a lot of ways it's kind of another sort of erotic thriller kind of thing at times. I would like to get that. I love Zodiac. I really like that one. I'm also definitely gonna get Adam's Family Values sometime because I really like that one as well. And those Paramount titles tend to get marked down.
I'm just seeing what the 4 are. None I've heard of.
None that you've heard of. Drag Me to Hell. What are your thoughts on that? I don't. It's not a gem to me. Drag Me to Hell. I'm.
I don't like it. I think it fucking sucks. I think it's a shitty comedy
Uh-huh.
that's not scary, has dumb jump scares, is more goofy than anything with
Oh yeah.
bad CGI, like the anvil dropping on someone's head like a Bugs
Mm-hmm.
Bunny cartoon. And that's the ending. They give the ending on the
Yep.
cover. That's
Yep.
literally how the movie ends.
Yep.
So I guess it didn't lie because it's right there on the cover.
The
Spoiler.
Trick or Treat 4K from Arrow. Like I like that film, but the Blu-ray I have from Scream Factory, like the transfer's still pretty decent, and I don't think there's any new features on this. So
Well, you ain't getting the other Trick or Treat.
I
They
want to.
they
I don't
ain't
think it's
get.
gonna come out by October.
I know it. It's definitely not.
Shocker? Yeah, I'd like to get that. Is it a new transfer? Is it like a new
I don't
4K
know.
remaster or anything, or is it just the same thing?
Can't. I
2K
mean, I love Shocker. I don't know though.
Crackoon?
Yeah, I saw that.
Crackoon. From Bloody Disgusting and Screambox, both of them teaming up together to give you Crackoon.
It's bloody disgusting, pal.
And it's a collector's edition, Matt.
You know it's quality when it's bloody disgusting.
They even copied the font for the Scream Factory releases. That's the exact same fucking font as for their releases when it says collector's edition.
Oh yeah, I see that. Well, I mean, it's bloody disgusting. They need this.
They're just trying to trick people. Oh, it says collector's edition, just like it does in Scream Factory. So it must be a Scream Factory release.
I guess.
The original Godzilla, like the Blu-ray I have from Criterion, looks fine. Like, I mean, I don't really need a 4K of that.
Right.
We Were Soldiers, again, Blu-ray looks pretty decent. Trap.
That film sucked. That film sucked.
Suspiria, it had a 4K that was out of print. It was released overseas, so now there's another release that's coming out from imprint, and it's like over $100 to import.
Yep. And this is imprint.
That's the one that Second Sight was like, "Don't buy this shit."
Well, I'm glad because I didn't buy that shit. So we got Abbott Costello, we got Superstition.
That's a good one.
Let's see.
Gleehan and the Knaves of Industry. Never even heard. What even the fuck is that?
Looks like someone Dud Walker made.
Yeah. Elvira, I like the film, but I'm okay with the Blu-ray for right now. There's another thing that I'm kind of tired of what Arrow's been doing with these 4Ks. They're just recycling the same cover art.
Yeah.
It's like you're not even going to give me new cover art. It's just the same cover art as the previous Blu-ray release. Cool. Thank you, Austin.
That's pretty cool. How about the invasion? Nicole Kidman.
What? Might as well release a 4K of the Stepford Wives while you're at it, Arrow. Like, who the fuck is asking for a 4K of the invasion?
That's coming. That's coming. I guarantee it. You need the invasion. You need to see Nicole Kidman in 4K.
Star Trek Prodigy.
What?
That looks like it's from the people who made Tripping the Rift. That's what that looks like.
It looks like shit.
It does. It's like neither. If you're a fan of Star Trek or Star Wars, you're fucked either way. Like it doesn't.
Pretty much.
It really doesn't matter. Silent Bite.
So it's Christmas and vampires and whatever the fuck. Silent Night, Silent Night, Silent Night, Silent Bite. You know, ain't that clever? So clever.
Yep.
Apex Predator. Yeah.
Apex Predators 2. The Spawning.
Yeah.
So there's a second one. There's a second The Spawning.
Of course.
Surprised that hasn't gotten a 4K. Is that one of the next ones coming from Vinegar Syndrome? Piranha 2, The Spawning?
I guess.
I could see like them doing a hint like in 2025. But we got a title that's directed by one of the most critically acclaimed and accomplished directors that's never been out in 4K.
Yeah, a lot of winners coming out. But I was just looking through, just is a bit different.
I mean, with The Keep, like that's like one of the last titles that I could think of that hasn't gotten a because I know Scream Factory tried to do that film when they were just starting out and they couldn't get the rights to distribute it.
Yeah, exactly.
But after The Keep, it's like, what have you got? Like, really, honestly,
I mean, yeah,
not much.
not a whole lot. No.
I mean, Nightlife would be nice, but I remember reading that there was some rights thing and they couldn't figure it out. I think Night of the Jugger, they can't find a print.
Yeah, that or the person who owns it, they want too much money. That might just be the same with Nightlife as well.
What's funny though is Kino Lorber is releasing the other Nightlife with Ben Cross and Miriam Diabo about the vampires that like most people don't even really know about. Like the other Nightlife with Scott Grimes is pretty obscure, but that other Nightlife is even more obscure, and that one's getting a Blu-ray.
Yeah, I don't get it. I agree. I mean, Murder by Phone, I would love
that as well. Bells, yeah,
but that ain't happening because whenever I bring up people, like people laugh, but whatever.
Here's the thing, though. Like, it's not like it's any worse than the most of the shit that Vinegar Syndrome is releasing.
No,
let's be fucking honest.
Like, let me see.
Like, is it really as ridiculous and as bad as releasing crap like Mexican Freddy? Probably not. Hell's Trap or whatever the hell that's called.
Like, I wish I knew how to do audio on this because it'll be muffled because I got my headphones on and the microphone's outside. So I don't know how people do that.
Is there a setting on StreamYard that makes it so you can play audio from your computer?
I mean,
do you have that muted?
No, I mean there's USB, then there's microphone array, and then headset microphone.
Okay.
Those are my three audio options.
Maybe it's because of the headset kind of thing. Maybe that.
Well, if I take it off, then you would just hear like this microphone.
Yeah.
Outside picks it up.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, unless I try for the other microphone.
I think I think there's probably a way, but I don't know how to figure that out for you.
Yeah,
I don't know either. It's like one of the things I would have to. I would literally have to be there.
Yeah, I'd have to figure it out because if I play it, people won't be able to hear it. So, yeah, I wish I.
Is that one that you knew about before me, or is it one that I mentioned?
I think I did a first time viewing
Okay.
and I saw this, and I
Yeah.
reviewed it.
Because I had
And
it on VHS, and I think I saw it one time, and I was like, "This is this is crazy. This is a crazy movie."
so let me try something. So there's a lot of trial and error, so bear with me. Same with the mic, bear with me on this.
Okay.
So I know the audio sounds different.
Uh huh.
If this, uh, I'm, if you can't hear anything, let me know.
Okay. Yeah, I don't hear anything.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, I have to figure that out. I didn't. But it's nice to check it. So let me change that. So it wouldn't be. That's all I have.
Yeah, there's probably some way to do it, but maybe through the screen sharing, like it doesn't. But I know the Dead Pit guys can do it, so.
Yeah, a lot of people can do it, but I just don't know how you do it. There's camera, there's audio, there's hotkeys, there's layouts. Yeah.
Usually when I can't figure something else out, I just kind of do a Google search. Like, how to play.
But again, this is me just test this out so that I know in the future as well.
Play audio on screen sharing.
Because yeah, a lot of people, like the guys at Dip Pit, they do this all the time. So I don't know how they do it because they have headphones as well.
Okay, share computer program audio. Okay.
Computer program audio, okay.
The share audio from your screen. It says something like
So let me even do this and then
you have to click share audio from screen, I think. Yeah. Are you using Chrome or Firefox?
Firefox.
Okay. It's not telling me Firefox options on here, but I think it probably would work kind of the same. You know what? We don't recommend screen sharing a video because the screen sharing feature isn't optimized for it. Instead, using the video sharing feature.
So we're not gonna tell you shit.
I guess you could share a video file. That's interesting. But to share audio from your screen, you must check the share audio box.
I don't know where the share audio box is.
I think it's this
right.
kind of thing like when you click share screen whenever you start that process of StreamYard, maybe there's something that pops up that says shared audio. I think it has to be you have to click a Firefox tab or something. So if it says your entire screen application window and then tab, which it says Chrome where I'm looking at, but if it
because when I do it, it just says allow StreamYard to see your screen.
Mm-hmm.
And I do that, it'll select the video.
Yeah.
But then it just says allow or not now, and it doesn't have any options.
Oh, okay.
So
maybe it's like fuck you, you're using Firefox. It's like...
maybe. Well, I mean, I won't do it. I'll offline. I'll try to look into it. So
mess around with it.
Let me find a way. Do that. Okay.
That would be a fun one. I could totally see Vinegar Syndrome releasing that movie. But
yeah, that'd be nice. But sorry to the people in the chat. I was it was hard for me to concentrate on there. I was too busy, mind boggled by all these weird releases coming out. And hey, Mark, I hope you're doing well tonight. I figured you were working tonight.
Cat NATO.
Yeah. So let me scroll up and go through some of the chat real quick. Too bad they couldn't use the original poster for the 40 of Elm Street. Yeah, that happens a lot. I don't know why. Did they ever come out with an uncut physical release of that one animated TMNT movie? You mean Turtles Forever? Only overseas on DVD.
So I'm on Dawn of the Discs, and they just announced some Shout Factory releases of Labyrinth and the Dark Crystal. So if anybody's into that, or 4K of a movie called Eyeball.
I'll take a pass. No, Murder by Phone is not on DVD at all. It's only been on VHS tape. Only VHS. I don't use my intro because honestly, I got a lot of people complain about it, getting tired of it, so I just took it out. Because I got tired of, every 3 videos someone complained about it, so.
That's kind of like how I feel about my Tales from the Dark Side reviews. I want to redo those entirely sometime in the future, because I always get comments like, "Where's this guy talking? I want to see the episode."
It's a review. It says a review. Speed No Evil, I don't know anything about Premiere.
All I know about that movie is I'm sick and fucking tired of seeing that trailer. God damn it. Every time I go to see a movie at Regal, I always see that fucking trailer. That stupid kid going. It's like, enough. Fucking stop. I'm honestly looking forward to that movie finally coming out, so I never have to see that fucking trailer again. James Macadamia Nut.
Bronson, just being a mod is if there's like a troll or someone, you click by the 3 dots by their name and you have options, but only do it responsibly. But I just make people mods like if they've been on the channel for a while or just because I feel like it, so I don't really think about it too much. Is Hideaway a good film? Exactly.
Yeah. That's what I'm surprised hasn't gotten like a Blu-ray or something. So, it's got Jeff Goldblum and some other recognizable names in that cast. So I think that's one that could, maybe get a Blu-ray, or Ghost in the Machine.
Yeah. Maybe Kino Lorber will do those.
Yeah, both of those sound like a Kino Lorber kind of thing.
And someone's asked before, yeah, it's cool that Summer Rental's getting a Blu-ray finally.
Yeah. And a new remaster. It's not just the same old dated print.
So that's very cool. Let's see.
It's kind of funny though. It's not coming out for the summer.
Yeah. Mike, what's the best movie experience you remember?
It's definitely got to be experiences that I've had at the Hollywood Theater. I mean, one of the best ones is definitely when I saw The Monster Squad, which is the first 35mm film I saw in the theater, and Fred Dekker was there, and I got his autograph, so that was pretty awesome. But seeing stuff like Creepshow and Cat's Eyes, a double feature in 35mm, that was awesome. Seeing the Indiana Jones trilogy in 35mm was really cool. Seeing the Evil Dead trilogy in 35mm, seeing the Blob remake in 35mm, seeing the Burbs with Joe Dante, who did a Q&A afterwards. That was pretty awesome. And of course, seeing the Fly remake and what was that? Oh yeah, the other one was Harry and the Hendersons, because Rick Baker and Chris Walas were in attendance, so I got to meet them and get their autographs, and so that was pretty awesome. I did see a double feature of A Nightmare on Elm Street and A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2. That's not one of the best experiences though, because the audience was drunk and just being obnoxious and making fun of Part 2, trying to riff on it.
Mm. Shitters.
Exactly. Well, I saw Christine too. I saw a double feature of Christine and Maximum Overdrive.
Hey there, Bobby. Hey there, Night Living Dude. Good to see you guys together again. Yeah, it's been a while, but both been busy. Just busy with life and everything in between. So,
Busy with my dang job in retail.
yeah, so just been very busy. Yeah, I like Ghost in the Machine as well. The effects are dated, but
Yes.
hey, sorry. Brett Leonard's a director.
Uh-huh.
No, I love Virtuosity.
Virtuosity is cool. That's a good one. Man Thing? No. Highlander the Source? Hell no.
No, I don't mind Lawnmower Man.
Yeah, I like it too, but I could see why some people aren't super big on it, to be honest. He didn't direct the sequel, right? That was somebody else.
That was someone else. Yeah. But yeah, Virtuosity is easily his best film. Love my favorite Denzel film, honestly.
Do you remember when I made a music video to that with Virtual Insanity? Jamiroquai.
That was cool. And by the way, I should ask how long you're available. I don't want to keep you up when.
I'm fine. It's only like 6:36.
Okay. And Mark, do you want to join? Because I know he wanted to join and talk with you for a bit because he's a fan of yours and stuff. So, Mark, if you want to join too, I don't mind. That's up to you. It's always fun talking with people. Well, it's great to talk with Mike
Absolutely.
again.
Yeah.
Hey, Freddie Lid, hope you're doing well. Thank you, Demon with Power, for the kind words.
Have you noticed my guest back there?
I can't see the. What is it?
It's the Crypt Keeper.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Got
I'm
it
glad.
from
Yeah.
I got it from
Okay.
Spirit Halloween.
So let me. Oh, that's very cool. How much was that?
It wasn't cheap. It was like 60 something bucks or whatever, but it's actually pretty cool. I don't know. I can grab him real quick.
That's up to you. Just don't slip and die. Don't slip and fall. Spooky season. I don't know. I don't really look forward to Halloween anymore. I'm kind of indifferent. And Freddie Lit, I'm doing okay. Hope you're doing well. No problem, Mark. Yeah, cook your dinner. Don't burn your kitchen down. Ah, very cool. Let me see if I can. Bear with me. I'm going to try these. So it may look weird, but I'm trying these different layouts out. Again, I'm usually on my phone with this. So there's that. And there's. Okay. I actually like that a little bit better. So does that makes it a little bit closer.
Yeah. There he
Very
is.
cool.
I actually think it's a pretty good likeness. From the HBO show. It's not some knockoff looking thing where you're like, that's looks kind of like the Crypt Keeper, but not really. Because we can't do it because of legal reasons. Which is funny because they made a life-size animatronic puppet or something, and they got sued, and then had to remove it from listings because of some legal stuff. Because apparently the reason why there's no Tales from the Crypt like stuff for HBO or like another one is because of legal issues, which is annoying.
Oh, okay. That figures.
Of course, then there's also this.
Very cool.
Which what I did is I took the Blu-ray art and I put it in there. 'cause I've always
Okay.
liked to look at that.
What was the other art?
The other art was just a repeat because that's what they do nowadays. Scream Factory or Shout Factory, they just give you the same artwork. They don't give you the option to do reversible. Only time you get new artwork is you pay extra for the extra, slip cover.
Mm.
And there's a getaway.
There you go.
Thank you. I like your stuff too.
Yeah, that sounds cool, Mark. Yeah. Whenever Mike's very busy, your Bart's very busy. It's up to you guys. So I'm down for it anytime. And thank you,
Sure.
Freddie Lit. I got a prop of a face hugger. Just laid it somewhere inside the toilet work, so somebody's gonna lift it open and see it probably stream.
Now, on that note, when I was watching Alien 3 recently, I kid you not, in the corner of my room on the wall, not one but two giant big ass fat spiders appeared throughout the time I was trying to watch that movie. First one showed up within the first 5 minutes. When the face hugger is like there on the
Yeah.
on the ship and whatever, opening credits. Then I was like, oh shit, got to take care of that fucking thing. Pause the movie, take care of it with the vacuum, then go back, put everything back, start the movie again. Then I'm like 50 minutes in, and now there's another one. And I kid you not, this thing, it was like, it honestly looked like it was a bigger one. So I'm like, what the fuck? The spiders having fucking parties tonight? Or maybe they were like, we know that you're trying to sit through Alien 3. We just want to make sure that you stay awake and you're alert and you finish it.
I hate spiders.
These things are fucking huge, man. Like, oh, just catch it. These spiders will fucking kick the cup back in your face and give you the middle finger.
They want to distract you from how bad the movie was. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Bobby. What if Matt said, "Hey, Mike, got any Mellow Yellow?" Yeah, you drink some. Mike said, "What do you say, Mountain Dew?" I'm like, "No, no Mountain Dew, Mellow Yellow." Show him a can. Mike said, "Nope, no Mountain Dew. Go fish."
What? That's almost like the whole bit from the cheeseburger skit from SNL. Like, no Coke, Pepsi.
But yeah. I mean, so you can find Mellow Yellow where you're at.
Yes, at like one store.
They have none around here.
At one store.
There's 0 stores around here. I had to buy
Yeah.
them online.
I
So once in a while.
used to be able to get it at Winco, but they stopped carrying it. So I'm only able to get it like at a Fred Meyer, but it's like right next to my house. But it's not available at the other Fred Meyer right next to my work. It's only available at the Fred Meyer that's next to my house.
Hey there, Melivore. Mike, if you don't mind me asking. Oh yeah, I guess he sent you rants on Seagull films.
Yep, that's gonna be coming up for sure. I just need to at least get through the first 4 Alien films, and that's gonna be one of the next things that I'm gonna tackle after I try some Beetlejuice soda, because I actually did get some of that.
Okay.
I think that'd be kind of a fun little video.
And the awesome God Mike just reviewed The Departed. Check out his review.
I did.
He just reviewed it. It's on his channel. Just wait, a day or two ago?
Yeah, I liked it, but like,
yeah, you didn't.
I wasn't like, this movie's a masterpiece by any means.
No, I agree. Hey there, Tim. Hope you're both doing well. Yeah, honestly, I think it would be very refreshing to have Ghostface survive at the end of Stream 7. Your thoughts? I don't want any Stream 7. I don't care if it's in space.
No.
I don't care if it's...
No.
Unless it's Dev Campbell coming over with a flamethrower, just killing everybody. I don't want any more streams. Stream 7, 8, 9, 7-Eleven. I don't want any more.
Yeah, I'm done. After the last
more.
two, like, no.
And Drew's asking, what Seagal films were you requested?
Today You Die, and I kind of forgot the other one. But yeah, Today You Die is one of them. I just go on my Amazon watch list. It's on there.
Hey, Rich, hope you're doing well. I don't know anything about Discord. I'm on someone's Discord, but make a Discord.
I
wouldn't
forgot.
know anything about
I forgot
that.
the other one, but it's another bad one.
But you have it written down?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, you have it
I
written
just
down.
I just forgot it off the top of my head.
Right. Blade is not coming out anytime soon. So was that?
What, the new Blade?
Yeah, Mahershala
No.
Ali.
The
not
rumor
anytime soon.
is that there are some things that are starting to pick up behind the scenes that they might just drop it all together or go with a Wesley Snipes
Yeah, I've heard
Blade
about that,
movie.
Yeah. Yep, I've heard about that.
Like an old man Blade kind of thing, which, I might be interested in that. We'll see.
Yeah, that'd be cool. But
speaking of R-rated, superhero films, because that would definitely be R-rated. You would hope, like Wesley Snipes, Old Man Blade. But I saw the new trailer for Kraven the Hunter. Like, I didn't hate it.
Oh yeah,
it doesn't look great, but it looked like there could be some fun. It definitely is R-rated, and I even saw a few shots of practical gore.
Yeah, I'll pass. I'll take a pass.
I don't blame you, because of Sony's track record with these non-Spider-Man movies, like Venom: The Last Dance.
Exactly. Let's see. Today He Dies so bad. Yeah, it is. Trust me, it is. I know about that.
Is that the one where Seagal throws a guy through a window and they repeat that shot like 5 different times?
That's no, that's not that one. That's one where he's in New Orleans. I forget what it's called.
Kill
it's
Switch?
Not that one. Yeah.
Okay.
That's the one. Now, obviously, you're not going to hear the audio, but this is one of the requests I got, which I really enjoyed.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever heard of Primal?
Primal. Is it a horror film?
Animated movie.
Animated movie. Show. Oh, yeah. Okay. Vague.
Good T-Rex join together and hunt together and
cool.
Go on. So, yeah, it's pretty good so far. So that'll be one of the reviews coming up soon.
Nice.
That was thanks to Arthur. But, yeah, I mean, that, like you said, guy made Samurai Jack. So that definitely worthwhile.
And Powerpuff Girls. I think he was also the Powerpuff Girls guy.
Yeah.
As well. He's got quite a long list of projects. A lot of variety of different kinds of projects, too.
Primal's on Max. Oh, yeah, give it a watch. Sure.
Speaking of cartoons and stuff like that, have you ever been a fan of SpongeBob?
I've only seen maybe the movie, and I didn't mind it.
Yeah.
I didn't watch much of the show. I didn't go with it. Real quickly. Oh, thank you, Bobby. A tape virus returns to a take. You know what? That should be a movie. A coke virus that turns you into cocaine. A living, breathing cocaine.
If it's the cake that Erica Leniak comes out of in Under Siege. Okay. There we go.
Okay, I'll be that cake as well. I have to be that cake as well. I'll be that cake. I'm down with that. And hey, Julie, hope you're doing well. Freddie's asking, do you have a favorite X-Files episode?
Me?
Yeah.
I haven't seen the entirety of the show in a long time, but definitely one of the Fluke Man is really up there.
Cool.
And yeah, I really like that one. I liked Ice, but I just have to rewatch the show again.
Premiere, I would still choose neither and just put, I don't know, Alien 3 in the
What?
pit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're just gonna put Alien 3 and Resurrection in there instead. How about
No
that?
other copies, and it's just to yet another. I'll tape Mike's copy Ramos he's going to buy, and I'll put it in the pit.
On that note,
I know you like the film. That's cool.
but still, that's a film that I've kind of soured on a little bit. It's kind of a similar thing to Afterlife, but not to the same extreme, because it suffers from sort of the same sort of, let's overly rely upon nostalgia, and the third act is a mess.
Yeah. No, I did Premiere. Yeah, I did. It's a fun question, but I did. I would still drop neither, and I would drop the person who asked me to do it, put him in the lava pit, and then I'll put Prey, which I fucking hated.
Dump this in there too.
And AVP I'll dump in there. The Predator I'll dump in there.
Yeah.
Shane Black. Fred Decker, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry you got butthurt on it. You had this whole.
I was so disappointed in Fred when it came to his response to criticism. I really was.
It's like the guy that did, the director of the Crow 2024.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, what?
Ghost in the Shell.
Here's the guy that I've defended for his work in Ghost in the Shell, and now you're gonna do this stupid shit.
Well, hey, director Rupert. It can't rain all the time.
Exactly.
So I know you're trying because your film bombed because it sucked ass, but it can't rain all the time. You know what's funny? It's funny. Real quickly, while I was getting groceries, I kid you not, I haven't been in that store in a long time. HEB, which is a regional grocery store, they played the Stone Temple Pilots song "Big Empty" from The Crow. I'm like, this has to be like some kind of sign.
Was that right? Was that before you saw the Crow remake or after?
Today.
Oh, today.
When I went to the store today, it was playing. Great. I haven't been in that in a long time, but as I go in there, I'm only in there for like. Not only have I not been in that store for a long time, but to do it today at that time, and I was only in that store for like an hour or less. And at that time, they play a song from The Crow, which is one of my favorite songs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Time to break. I can't. I don't know the lyrics. I'm not good with it, but
yeah.
I love that song. And lo and behold, I'm like, oh, that's a sign. I was right. I was right.
But yeah, I would have more respect for Rupert if he just came out and said, I feel like I did the best possible job I could. I stand by my work, but I also appreciate and understand people's frustrations. Something along those lines. Like,
yeah,
I would have more respect for that instead of this. Oh, you need to go outside. Okay, so you're Samuel Barras. You're gonna take a note from him, the guy who never directed a movie again after the Nightmare on Elm Street remake.
Exactly.
Should go outside and touch grass.
Well, I mean, if they go outside, they don't watch your movie either. I mean, your movie's in a theater or now going to be streaming.
And also, like,
if you're outside, they're not seeing your film then either.
Yeah, and also so soon after James Cameron's comments about people in their parents' basements talking about the 4K and grain structure.
Well, the dumbasses. Hey, Nippy. Hope you're doing well. Sorry I missed you on there. Sean is asking your thoughts on two films.
Okay.
You might not have seen these. Continental Divide with John Belushi.
Okay.
And Step Brothers.
So, Continental Divide, it has a pretty good acting performance by John in it. But it's just kind of there for me. I thought it was just kind of okay.
Same. I felt the same.
And Step Brothers, I can watch, but I'm not like, oh, it's the funniest movie ever, like other people are.
Same.
I actually had more fun with Talladega Nights, to be perfectly honest.
No, I agree. I definitely agree. Is Mike a fan of the Beetlejuice cartoon?
Yeah, I grew up watching it on Cartoon Network, reruns and stuff like that, like early in the morning. So I have it on DVD. I haven't watched it in a while, but yeah, I'm a fan of it. It's a fun cartoon.
So I haven't seen you on here before. Jurassic Horror 2003. He lists a bunch of things. What's worse, but I'll just say quickly:
Okay.
Velma, Santa Inc., Secret Invasion, She-Hulk, Thor: Love and Thunder, Eternals, Alone. Okay, Velma, I haven't seen. It
I
looks
haven't
like
seen
shit.
any of these, so I can't really say anything.
Yeah, Santa Inc. was awful. Secret Invasion, I only saw one episode. She-Hulk, I only saw a couple episodes. Unless someone wants to request me to
Did you see
review
the
all of
one
them,
where she twerks?
I might have. Thor: Love and Thunder sucked. Eternals is boring. Alone in the Dark's Uwe Boll.
Yeah, okay. I've seen
Prana
that one.
2,
Seen that one.
Son of the Mask, Fast 9.
Fast 9 is kind of like the most tolerable one out of it, even though it's not good.
This is a joke from before. Not many people get this. There was a guy, he's cool, but there was a guy earlier. It's like, name your 5 favorite cereals.
Do it
I'm,
now.
yeah,
Do it.
I haven't had cereal in 20 years. Name one. Fruity Pebbles. I just, how you doing, Phantasma? How you doing, man? I have that answer now. I'll just say Fruity Pebbles just to not get the fire from anybody else who's mad that I didn't say a favorite cereal.
I like Reese's Puffs. I like Honey Nut Cheerios, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Golden Grams.
Yeah, I mean it was all here in color too, where everybody to see, so it's not me making it up.
What was that one? Top 5 cartoons?
Huh?
There was one up there that said like top 5 something.
Um Mike, what are your top 5 cartoons?
Yeah, top 5 cartoons. That's tough. Batman the Animated Series is definitely up there. I'm also a huge fan of Batman Beyond. A lot of those comic book animated cartoons of the 90s, really. A lot of those
Yeah.
are probably top 5.
Yeah, I wouldn't know.
X-Men, Spider-Man from the 90s. I also like Freakazoid.
Cool. No, I don't think you were in the chat premiere, but yeah, it was one of those things where the guy got mad because what's your top 5 favorite cereals? I mean, I haven't had cereal in 20 years. I don't even eat breakfast much anymore. Wheaties, I never had Wheaties.
Speaking of breakfast, have you seen Breakfast of Champions with
Yeah,
Bruce
I've seen
Willis?
it. It's pretty dog shit.
What in the hell was that fucking movie?
I don't know, but I have no idea. I mean, Tim, I like both movies. I like Batman Returns and the Batman 2022. I like both of them.
So do I.
Um, would you say Batman 89 still your favorite?
Actually, it's Returns.
Batman Returns, okay. What makes that you like more?
89 I do like. Knox as a character I'm not super big on, and he's in it a decent amount of time.
Right.
Returns, it's just Tim Burton just allowed to just take all of his money and just play around in a Batman sandbox for 2 hours, and it's just a lot of fun.
Yeah.
He was untethered. He was just allowed to make the movie he wanted to make. Like the studio was just stepped back and just let him do what he wanted.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I like Batman Returns. Batman 2022 was good.
That was one of the bigger surprises in like the past like 3 years or so for me.
Me
Because
too.
I was like, I don't know about this, Robert Pattinson for Twilight, and I saw the movie in the theater, and it really surprised me, and I really liked it.
Someone was mentioning this, and I wanted to see if I could highlight this. Let me see if this works. Just someone's telling me about this. I was curious to read this since Batman came up.
Hmm.
Apparently getting bad reviews.
Interesting.
Let me scroll down a bit. Miss Joker Folie à Deux reviews highlight lack of excitement, underused Lady Gaga, and sequel.
Well, I mean, I don't necessarily look at Joker as a film that has a lot of exciting scenes. It's not really the kind of movie that it is.
Let's see. Arthur Fleck is institutionalized at Arkham awaiting trial for his crimes. Is there where he finds true love with Lady Gaga's Harley Quinn? Let's see. Sequel falters of being narratively a little thin and at times dull.
Okay.
The first film has sturdy bones of not one but two Scorsese films, Taxi Driver and Teen Comedy. This one's built more of a conceit than a solid story foundation. The film is ultimately dull and plotting, taking us nowhere slowly. I have a feeling this film's going to be like 2.5 hours long.
Yeah, for sure.
Just isn't that interesting despite how much effort Phoenix puts into rendering the character in anguish, mental, physical detail. He becomes a punching bag for the world and, more importantly, for the director, who subjects the character to so many indignities that he actually stops being pitiable, thus resembling the punchline in a long, shaggy joke. A socially responsible Joker movie? That's a positive review. I'm sorry, I'm just flipping through. Let's see, there's some positives. I don't know why it has to be a musical. That just doesn't interest me.
Yeah. That's a film I'll give it a
all.
shot down the road, mainly for, the cast and for the visuals, but that's really about it.
Yeah. I'm
honestly more looking forward to something like The Substance from the same director of Revenge. That has Dennis Quaid and Demi Moore. That film looks batshit insane.
Yeah. It does look interesting. I don't know why it's 2 hours and 20 minutes long.
The Substance?
Yeah.
Yeah. That could be one of those things though where we got to see how long the end credits are. I've seen that a lot where it's like 2 and then like it's only like an hour and 57 minutes or something. Or 2 hours.
OCP, did you watch magazines since I know you liked Pearl?
Not yet. That's on my watch list. I have to get caught up on stuff first. But that's definitely on there.
Mike, would you recommend Castle in the Sky to Matt?
Yeah, actually, I think Castle in the Sky is really good. I know Matt doesn't mind some anime films, and this one is definitely pretty good.
Someone sends in a paid request. Go for it. I'll do it.
Got some nice visuals, cool blend of like science fiction and fantasy in terms of the different elements of the story.
Let's see. Neopunk the Batman was surprisingly good film. A little bit too long, which I agree, but good film, great soundtrack. Yeah, definitely agree. Yeah, Joker 2, very mixed, underwhelming reviews. I kind of saw that coming because
Yeah.
the first film was so heavily praised.
Speaking of the Batman, do you care about the Penguin TV show?
No,
Yeah, I don't really care about it either.
no, I don't. Not interested. I mean, Colin Farrell was good, but I liked him in the Batman movie. I don't need a full separate thing with him in it.
It's like the the John Wick spinoffs
Yeah, ballerina in them. Yeah.
and the Continental.
Has Mike seen the movie The Sure Thing with John Cusack?
Not a long time, but saw it years ago.
And
Wasn't too bad.
and does Mike have a favorite band?
I like a lot of bands. Scorpions is definitely up there. I really like this metal band called Stradivarius, especially their earlier stuff. They replaced the lead singer later on, and then it wasn't as good. But I like a lot of their songs, like the insane guitar work. When it comes to their tracks, their songs, I also really love a lot of these new retro wave artists and bands. Um, what? God damn it! What is the name? I'm trying to remember the name of the fucking band. They did. They've had a lot of albums lately, but for some reason it's not. They're not Gunship. That's who it is. I really like Gunship.
Cool. Mr. Felton, I don't drink alcohol, so no, I don't have beer.
I don't either.
And no, I've never heard of indie rock like Polaris or Pavement.
It just made me tired. I remember drinking some beers with my dad when I was on the truck with him.
I thought you meant the indie rock made you tired. I'm like, what?
No. Sometimes it does. But I was just on the truck with my dad, and because he's a truck driver, and was just drinking some beers, while we were waiting, for the next load or whatever, and we're watching Fast and Furious, the fourth one. I just remember getting tired, and then I wanted to pee a lot, and that's it.
So that's
I
why
was like,
you needed. That's why you needed beer.
yeah, so I could get through Fast and Furious.
Yeah. So, few people have questions for you. Has Mike ever seen a movie called Raze, Raze?
I have it on DVD, but I haven't watched it yet. But I do have it in my collection.
And is Mike going to watch Beetlejuice 2 this week? I doubt this week.
I don't know about this week. It depends. Maybe, I don't know. Probably not this week though.
And has Mike seen the movie Switching Channels with Burt Reynolds and Christopher Reeve?
Not in a long time. Another one I kind of thought was just kind of okay. I remember being a little disappointed by it considering the cast.
Yeah, I didn't like it. Does Mike have a best movie experience this summer?
Fuck.
Well, that said it all.
There's films that I've liked. There were some moments in Romulus that I really did like seeing in IMAX, but Dune Part 2 was a pretty satisfying experience. But I don't think that's a summer film. So Deadpool and Wolverine would be it if I actually saw it in the theater and not at the drive-in and could barely see anything, and also had some jackass in front of me having their lights on for half the fucking movie.
Has Mike seen Old Boy, and has he seen Ed Wood?
Old Boy, no. Ed Wood, yes. I've seen that a few times. It's actually one of my favorite Tim Burton movies.
And has Mike seen Miami Vice with Don Johnson?
Yeah, it's a classic show. I have it on Blu-ray.
Hey, Diablo, hope you're doing well. Yeah, we talked about this Phantasmat, but that was early in the stream. I know you weren't here yet for it. But yeah, we talked about the Teep. Mike's very excited for it. Me, I like the film, but I mean, if I don't get it, I'm not gonna
Mm-hmm.
be sad or anything. I like the film, but depends like if there's anything on it, like what are there features, like what.
I know there's going to be an interview with the author. I know that for a
Mhm.
fact. I don't know about anything after that.
And then we told the story about 10 years ago, or more, where the guy Stefan Peter got pissed at Mike and
Yeah.
took his video down. That don't make that cheap documentary that never came out.
Nope. He
Stefan
didn't.
Peter,
He did a Kickstarter, I think, at one point, and never reached its goal.
because he sucks ass. Stefan Peter, the purple people eater, motherfucker. Stefan Peter, where are you? You must be sucking Peter instead of finishing your documentary on the keep. Instead, maybe if he stopped, messing with you and worried about
Yeah.
people taking stuff from his website that was everywhere on the internet, so it wasn't just on his website that you put in your video like 15 years
Even if
ago.
it was, it's still not his property. It's
Right.
not his copyright. It doesn't matter. That'd be like if you took some photos from an eBay listing of something for back in the day and were just using it to show, like, for instance, a copy of Swamp Thing Volume 3 on DVD. That doesn't necessarily mean that the person who put up that eBay listing and took that photo owns the copyright to that photo. That's not how it works.
Or that movie.
Or that show. It's not.
It's just funny. He did all this with his pretense he's going to do this documentary on the
Yeah,
keep. 15 years later, nothing. So,
nothing.
yeah, I know you talked about this, Matt. Yeah, the artist on Instagram blocked me because I commented on his page, asked you who was releasing it.
Well, he made it obvious. I mean, it's in the URL.
I think this is before it was known to the public.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that was, like I said, it's that guy's fault. He shouldn't have put it up in the first place.
And if he
Why?
did, don't have it in the URL. Like,
Why? When is the Black Friday thing? Like the announcement would be.
so it
When?
depends. They might have made it so I don't know if their plan was to announce it as one of the flash pre-orders. I probably would assume it would be
If so, when about do you
at
think
the
that
end
would
of
have
this
been?
month.
Then just wait a month.
Yeah.
What? So why do you think that mentality of why he didn't just wait a month?
I have no idea what he was thinking. I really don't. And it probably cost him a contract with Vinegar Syndrome in the future or other companies. Because I'm pretty sure other labels will be looking at that and be like, well, we don't want to work with this guy because he might leak one of our titles.
And I don't know if you sign something that you're supposed to keep quiet, otherwise you get into legality. I don't know if that's a thing.
Maybe he thought, like, well, it's not going to be up for that long or nobody's going to care. Like, he totally misunderestimated the physical media collectors. They dig.
I guess maybe he thought, well, no one knows who I am.
Mhm.
I don't know how many Instagram followers he had. Phantasman, do you know how many? Well, actually, probably different now. Probably a lot of people could have joined right after just to see what else he
Yeah.
says.
But that's the thing. Just don't put Vinegar Syndrome in the URL then. Then it's just a mystery.
Just don't put it up in the first place. Just wait.
That too.
Just wait 1 month.
Because that would be better anyway to get anyone to buy the art. Because then they would have been, oh, I saw that on, the cover art for the Keep Blu-ray. That'd be cool to have.
Yeah. Yes, it's raining in Texas, Diabo, and a Willy's Wonderland prequel comic. I don't really care about prequels.
Is that poster, was that supposed to be a part of the Vinegar Syndrome poster line? And now they're like, we're not going to do that anymore. Our contract is terminated.
Well, Phantasman, what's his name? I'll look up his Instagram. I'll put it on this page. Hey there, Blu-ray collector and Godzilla werewolf fan. That's cool. You did a review of Beetlejuice. Yeah, it's a great film. Great movie, Beetlejuice.
Yeah, I grew up with that one. I remember I'd always have to ask my mom permission to watch it. I'd be like, "Can I watch Beetlejuice?" And then she'd be like, "Yes." But then it got to the point where like I kept asking, and she'd be like, "You don't have to ask me anymore. Just just go watch the movie."
And no, Rat Hammer. I've never heard of something called The Pickle from 1993.
I've vaguely heard of it. It's a drama, I believe, with Danny Aiello.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
Edward Kinsella.
40,000. 40,000.
Yep.
40,000. And maybe they thought they'd be something like this.
Be like a book cover.
Yeah, like he put a cover and it's like all he does is art, like wish fulfillment.
Yeah.
I wish there was a Blu-ray of it, maybe, I
Mhm.
guess. But this is probably like stuff that's real.
Yes.
So
like Carnival of Souls, that artwork, that's real. That's from the Blu-ray.
This is the face of a man who realized he's been fired. The face of a man on the edge. He's just been fired. He's been ostracized, and people are not going to hire him as much as he used to get hired.
No.
They're going to get found out more and more and be like, well, fuck. I don't want him doing it to us.
Exactly.
Not right, he would never do it again, but it's like...
In this industry, once you fuck up once, you're done. Unless you're a special, exception. Like, for instance, like Rupert Sanders, because of all these bombs that he's been doing, I think he was just frustrated because it was another bomb.
Did he made a shitty Crow film?
Yeah, and that he directed, and it's probably going to lead to him just being off lists entirely.
It's a Steve-O emo fucking boring ass Crow film. I know you haven't seen it, but it's shit.
Well, I've heard about it. 40 minutes is just a love story out of a fucking soap opera between two junkies. Yes. And then you have the ending, which is fucking insulting if you're a fan of The Crow. It honestly sounds worse than Wicked Prayer, and that's saying a lot.
I mean, I don't like... probably for me, I would say Wicked Prayer is worse because Edward Furlong to me looks like a femboy in that movie.
Yes, but there are moments in that movie that you can at least kind of laugh at in terms of like how bad and just stupid and ridiculous it is.
Well,
like Dennis Hopper in that, I would probably say is probably more entertaining than anything in the remake.
That's more... I thought that was more sad and embarrassing that he was in.
Yeah, that too.
No, I've never played Elden Ring. Yeah, Fabio, his review of Beetlejuice was good. I haven't seen the movie Network. I've seen the clips. I've seen the famous clips of it.
Bad as hell. I'm not gonna take it anymore.
Rich C is asking, he needs a new Forte player. Is the one you recommend?
So it depends on your budget. So if you're willing to spend like 350, 400, 450 range, the Panasonic 820 is definitely what a lot of people would recommend. If that's a little too high, I'd recommend, maybe the Panasonic model that's below the 450. I think it's like the 820. It's a 450. That's what it is, like the 450. Because that's not going to be as expensive, but it's not going to have Dolby Vision, so it just depends on your system and what you're looking for. I personally don't think Sony is as bad as some people are making them out to be, especially the X800 M2. But it does have some issues sometimes with playback, but I think a lot of it is due to the settings on the player. Just have to look it up online. There's a way to set it up so it doesn't have as many issues as some of the playback problems. If money is no object, you could do like the Magnetar, which is ridiculously expensive, or like the $1,000 Panasonic UB9000, or you can get an Oppo, which is what I have, the Oppo 203, or one of the 205s. It's an older player. The company doesn't manufacture them anymore, but it's top of the line, built really well, and plays pretty much everything you can throw at it. And it's a really good media player if you play stuff on USB, drives and stuff like that.
Yeah, if money's no object, give it to us. But thank you, Matt B. I really appreciate it. This is really cool. Yeah, awesome that Mike brought up on how he met Britt Baker and Chris Wallace. I'm using Chris's Gorilla Suit tutorial as a guide to make a 76
That's
King
awesome.
Kong suit.
That's cool. Good luck with that.
For what purpose, Matt B? Is it just to have in your room, or?
Speaking of the 76 King Kong and Rick Baker, the stories that he told about, working on that are pretty wild.
Yeah,
So,
he was left in the suit.
Yep,
When they
he
went
was
to
left.
lunch.
They went to lunch, left him in the suit.
Go
just
to
gave him
lunch.
They gave him.
Go to lunch.
They gave him some bananas. It was like such a troll job. They like threw bananas there on the ground that he couldn't eat because he was still in the suit. Or he had to wear these massive like scleral contact lenses, and they were super heavy, and he had to wear them for hours, which is way past the time you're supposed to wear them. So after he would be done with a shoot, when it comes to a certain scene as Kong, he was just seeing like halos everywhere. And he remembers like driving home at night and just the street lights and everything. It's just halos everywhere. He was like, man, it was like a miracle I even got home safely that night, because I couldn't see anything.
Jesus. Yeah, I mean, that's too bad that that all happened. Oh, no problem, Rich. See, I mean, thanks go more to Mike. I didn't know anything about the 4K, so all that thanks go to Mike for explaining all that.
I know I did send Matt a 4K player.
Yeah, that was very nice of him. He didn't have to do that, but that's kind of that's the kind guy Mike is. So very kind of him. And I'm not watching the Crow remake. I'll just stick with the original. Yeah, might as well. It's the only good one. Do you like City of Angels?
No.
I know, dude.
There's some songs in the soundtrack that are not too bad, and
Because someone was asking, does the new one sound worse than City of Angels to you?
yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Because of what I've been hearing about the ending, and about like the first 40 minutes being some fucking boring ass soap opera about two junkies. City of Angels doesn't do that, at least. Does a lot of other things that suck. And no, I don't think the extended cut of that would be good. I think it would still suck ass. Vincent Perez would still be the Crow. He can't fucking act.
That's the truth. That's cool, Matt B. You want to take on conventions? That's cool.
And I like Richard Brooks, who was in Shocker, but his acting in that he was terrible. He was really miscast in that role. So I don't think that would be any better either, with more dialogue and more scenes with that particular villain.
Today, Charlie Sheen's birthday is 59 years old. 59 years of shooting STDs to women across the country.
Oh, Charlie Sheen.
I like Charlie Sheen's movies. The guy just...
At a certain point in his career, though, he literally was just playing the same character and everything. Because I watched a little bit of Spin City, the show that he did with Michael J. Fox. And his character is literally the same character as his character in 2.5 Men. It's the same character. Right. So he was in that show, and that show was pretty successful. And then after that show ended, he went on to do this other show where he just basically played the same guy.
Well, I mean, he took over for Michael J. Fox when he couldn't do anymore.
Yeah.
And I think pretty soon when Charlie Sheen was on, then the show was gone.
Exactly, because he
So
couldn't carry the show. Because Michael J. Fox is like really the main big draw for people when it comes to Spin City.
Nippy says, "Cool story on Rick Baker. He's a trooper for what he went through."
Absolutely. And he's a really nice guy. There, when went and saw Harry and the Hendersons, got an autograph from him. There was an older lady. She slipped and fell in the theater, and like he took the time to be like, are you okay? Get some help. We're getting people to help her, and it's like, do we need to call 911? That's like going above and beyond type stuff. So
Yeah.
this is a genuine, like real article kind of person, and you could tell because I asked him about Night Skies, and his reactions were pretty telling. Like he's still frustrated about that, and understandably so.
Yeah.
And to the point where he messed with Steven Spielberg on the set of Harry and the Hendersons when Steven showed up. He like pulled a little prank on him. That's kind of like a little way to get him back.
What was the prank?
I think he did something with like the Bigfoot suits. It had like some of them like pop out when he wasn't expecting them or something. And he was genuinely close friends with Kevin Peter Hall. And I think that's a big reason why Harry and the Hendersons is his favorite film that he's done, that he's worked on, is because of his close friendship with Kevin.
Oh, cool. Premiere, I do not have TikTok. I've never used TikTok. So, never used it. So, he said, I guess a friend of his made a Predator tribute. That's cool. I don't have TikTok. I've never used it. So, it was, never used it. Should have told Rick to call Steven Spielberg. Well, I called him that first, to be fair.
Yeah.
I mean, he could have said that. I said it, but I'm sure he didn't want to create that drama.
No, he didn't. But he did talk about how it is very disappointing and frustrating when you put so much work into something and then have certain people say things that aren't true.
Yeah.
Which is exactly what the failed prototypes for E.T. in the paper, which is bullshit.
Yeah. Let's see.
And if you look at E.T., like, and some designs for Night Skies, like Carlo Rambaldi should give his Oscar to Rick Baker. I mean, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, this is definitely a similarity to it, to say the least. Has Mike seen Hot Fuzz?
Yeah, it's a good one.
Who's your favorite horror icon protagonist? I mean, I don't know if I have a favorite horror icon. Villain wise, I'd probably go with Freddy Krueger the most.
Yeah, that's mine too. Even though I'm wearing a Jason hat, like the Nightmare on Elm Street hats I had, like they're not. Haven't found a really good one yet, so I don't wear it as much.
A protagonist like hero, I mean Ash from Evil Dead is great. Evil Dead films.
That's a great pick.
I don't have any of the Predator action figures anymore, Alex. I think I did some back in the day, but I don't have any anymore.
I have the Predator 2 one still with its mandibles completely broken off somewhere. That was from like what was that company? McFarlane or whatever. But other than that, I really don't have any other Predator action figures.
Without Freddy, there'd be no new line. Yeah, I mean it's the house that Freddy built.
Yep,
that's the title
sure.
they used on it. Hey man, I saw Nothing to Lose last night. Great movie. Yeah, sadly no official Blu-ray.
Nope.
But yeah, very fun film. Just like Money Talks. Neither have a Blu-ray officially, but
Money Talks, isn't that the one with
Oh no, yeah, Money
Sorry,
Talks did get one. Never mind.
Yeah, they just got one from Warner Archive.
Yeah, I think because it disappeared so quickly,
Yeah.
it made me think like it was a bootleg. But no, I do have that. So yeah, Money Talks
Oh,
did
so
come
it's
out.
already out of stock? Like it's already out of
Well,
print? The Money Talks Blu-ray?
it was for a while. It may be bad now,
Okay.
but for a while, no one could get one. So it may be bad now. But yeah, Nothing to Lose that doesn't have a
Because I know
Blu-ray.
Warner Archive also did the Flash TV show with John Wesley Shipp recently, and there's no features. I wasn't expecting any. But the remaster is great.
Okay.
It's actually a 4K remaster of the show, and it's never looked better.
It's back in stock. So that's cool. It was
Cool.
I remember for like 3 months it wasn't in stock.
Jeez.
So maybe that's why I was thinking of it. But yes, Mighty Toss did get official release. Like you said, Warner Archive, which is like a studio version of bootleg
Yeah.
in a way.
I mean, yeah, they're very bare bones. Like the release of The Hidden, it's not a bad transfer, but like bare bones. I think The Hidden deserves a 4K or special edition from Arrow or whoever else. Knowing my luck, Vinegar Syndrome will release some decked out release of The Hidden 2.
Probably. No, I did not see Killers of the Flower Moon.
I haven't seen it yet. I don't know. Really long. Plot doesn't interest me a whole lot. So I don't know.
I told Mike about this, but McFarlane or NECA should really make Mortal Kombat movie figures, similar to what NECA did with TMNT.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, I mean that'd be cool. I mean, it's definitely the movie's definitely got a fan base. I don't know if I've seen the extended cut of King Kong 76.
I have. I prefer the theatrical cut. It's just me personally. The extended cut, there are some things that are thrown in there. I think there's like an extra thing with Kong fighting something in the jungle, but there's a lot of other stuff that just makes the film that honestly at times is too slow paced anyway. It makes it even slower paced and kind of sluggish. So I prefer the theatrical cut. Honestly, I prefer the theatrical cut most of the time when it comes to these director's cuts or extended versions. I don't know about you, Matt. Like that's just how I am.
It depends. Like, I like the cut of Aliens. I like the longer cut.
Mm-hmm. That's a good one.
So it depends. Found a copy of the old New Line DVD of The Hidden from a used movie shop. Yeah,
cool.
I didn't like the first Terrifier, Baja, and Terrifier 2. I don't give a fuck about.
I haven't seen either of them. So,
but we're going about 3 hours. I'm going to end it here. I'm getting a bit tired. So I want to thank Mike for joining me. It's been a while. It's been fun. Been nice catching up. Before I head out, what you got coming up?
More Alien stuff. I got Alien Resurrection on deck. I got a thing where I'm going to try some Beetlejuice soda. I'm going to do an album review of the Sex Pistols album, Thanks for the Bollocks. And then I'd probably try to do the Steven Seagal videos. Then I still have some more, stuff for Patreon and some other, like someone requested Risky Business, which I actually haven't seen clips, but I haven't actually seen the movie yet. Just One of the Guys, which I have seen that. It's been a while since I saw it last though. And some Russell Crowe stuff, my Master and Commander, Gladiator, and some more Alien stuff on top of that. Like, so I got a pretty full plate. And there's still some other requests like Aquaman and Instant Family with Marky Mark. So,
and yeah, no problem, Diablo. Nothing to apologize about. I mean, you may have come in late, but at least you're here and still able to chat a little bit. Bobby Quinton, Prime Internet B, Randy Ruiz.
Of course, more Sopranos if anybody wants to hear more of my thoughts on that show.
Yes. Yes, he does. It's on under his videos is in the info box. Yeah, go to my
Yeah.
channel. Look at any of his new videos. Like he just did one for Alien 3. In the info box, the links are in there if you want to, and he'll get to as soon as he can.
Yeah.
So yeah, just go to his channel, OCP Communications.
It's actually, the link isn't in my latest video.
Okay.
It's in The Departed. So
Departed. Okay.
go to the Departed review and check the description box, and there should be the link for PayPal.
There. So I want to get that in because I don't want to, because YouTube makes these disappear. As for me, coming up will be a 5 minutes for Sean, who's in the chat here. Request
Okay.
for him. Talk to her with some stupid fucking foreign film that won an Oscar for best screenplay for some fucking reason. About people taking care of coma chicks, and one grapes a lady when she's sleeping.
Whoa.
There's a silent film transition where it's black and white and a guy enters a woman's vagina. That's as tall as him.
Jesus Christ.
And that won an Oscar for best screenplay.
Uh,
Not foreign, like just best screenplay. A guy, black and white film, enters a woman's vag that's as tall as him.
It sounds like the kind of film that Ari Aster would cream himself over.
I'm sure. And I said in my rant, like Jacob's Ladder can't get anything, 1990.
That's another title. Like, where the hell is the 4K or special edition of that movie from any of these labels?
But other than that, Primal episode 1 and 2, which I showed clips of, that was a good one. A fan film, The Crow, which was really boring. Frontiers. Some video game stuff for Domino Spider. Sly Cooper.
Frontiers? Is it that
French horror film?
Oh, it's from the people who, like, the same people who did Martyrs, right?
It's not the same people, but it's in
the
that
same
vein.
kind of thing. Yeah. Oh, that one. Okay.
That was okay, although a lot of shaky cam.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it was okay. And yeah, a lot more to come. Sly Cooper, 2 videos of that. That was a fun. He only requested 2, but that was a fun game so far.
I also made a request.
Oh yeah, you did for reaction. I will definitely get to as soon as I can. You want to explain the video?
It's a video on YouTube
reacting?
that's called "The Unsung Brilliance of Alien 3," and it's so full of shit that I felt like I wanted to see Matt's reaction and thoughts.
And
see him nuke it from orbit, because it's the only way to be sure.
I will definitely get to as soon as I can. That will be interesting. Oh, and yeah, someone did actually request, I kid you not, I don't know if this was a joke or maybe he didn't think I would do it.
Uh-huh.
But a porn film.
Yeah.
Everybody needs MILF. Granted, I did watch 10 minutes of it. I'm like, well, it's better than The Crow. So I guess I can't complain.
Is it better than Zach and Mary make a porno?
Yeah, because at least you see the porno part. So there's that.
Yeah.
And there's no Seth Rogen, so that's a plus.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess, considering some of the films I've seen lately, like Sasquatch Sunset and The American Society of Magical Negroes, which is a real film.
That whole thing sounds like a parody from In Living Color, but it's not.
and David Alan Grier's in it.
I know, that's what I'm saying. It sounds like something that you would have seen in Living Color, but no. That show, by the way, is not streaming anywhere because it's too edgy and too controversial, too racist, apparently. Even though it's considered to be one of the most revolutionary African American television shows to ever air. But it is what it is.
So with that and more coming up, We will see you guys later. Oh, wait. Someone just put in a super chat. Thoughts on pop music?
In general?
I mean,
How-
if people can send in super chats, I'll keep going. I'll keep going as long as possible. Pop music. I don't listen to a lot of pop music. I mean, I've heard songs back to the day in the days of Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, because they were
Mhm.
everywhere on the radio. Britney Spears. I didn't seek out that stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, they could be like Deadpool 3,
Yeah.
NSYNC at the beginning. That was pop music.
Yeah.
And of course, Michael Jackson, Latina pop.
Yes.
Great. I listen to that.
A lot of my pop music, like the stuff that I remember, or I even really like to listen to, is like the older stuff.
Yeah.
From the 80s, 90s, Madonna, Michael Jackson, Eurythmics, Wham.
Yeah.
A lot of
Yeah,
the
I agree.
stuff that was, big hits like in the 80s, Cyndi Lauper, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, the Madonna, Electric Prayer, which worked well in Deadpool Wolverine. Like I said, Michael Jackson, which I enjoy, The Man in the Mirror and Smooth Criminal and other songs of his. And I mean, and it's a good The Grey's Dying Pop, very good documentary I recommend about the making of We Are the World. So yeah, it just depends how it's utilized and stuff, like any other type of music.
A lot of the older stuff I'm more into, though, than the newer pop. Although there's some newer pop that I don't mind, but not on the same level as the classics.
Right. So I'm just making sure, because I don't want to cut someone off. Like as soon as I end, then we'll see. There you go. See what's up. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Come on. Let's keep it going all night long. Come on. Thoughts on the Alien Earth plot? Title is very generic, and plot doesn't sound good to me. Well, I mean, I'm gonna look up the plot since you did send. Let me see what the plot is, because I don't know what.
Well, it's not going to be like Alien Earth Hive, which is always going to be significantly better.
When a mysterious.
We're never going to get that.
No. When a mysterious space vessel crash lands on Earth, a young woman. Oh, okay. So that's to cover it. So, okay, what's the plot of that book?
So, in these books, like initially, it was these characters were supposed to be Hicks and Newt, but then they changed things, because Alien 3.
Yeah.
Wilkes was a space marine with a near fatal flaw. He had a heart. Billy was a child, only survivor of a far-flung colony outpost. Thrown together in the last hellish night of an alien invasion, Billy and Wilkes helped each other get out alive. 13 years later, Wilkes is in prison. Billy lives in a mental institution. The nightmare memories of the massacre at RIM seared into her mind. Now the government has tapped Wilkes to lead an expedition to the aliens' home planet to bring back a live alien. But the competition on Earth to develop the aliens as a new weapon system is brutal. When Wilkes' team departs on their mission, a trained assassin trails them. And what follows is no less than a guerrilla warfare on the aliens' planet and alien conquest on Earth.
Well, the plot of this is when a mysterious space vessel crash lands on Earth, a young woman and a ragtag group of tactical soldiers make a fateful discovery that puts them face to face with the planet's greatest threat. Wow, how exciting does that sound? Me farting sounded more exciting than that. And also, how does that work if it's a prequel to Aliens? So aliens are on Earth, but nobody knew this. There's no, the company hid it. So they don't keep doing this shit, and it's like, well, wait a minute, how the fuck does no one know xenomorphs were a thing? Oh, they hid it that well, I guess. You're just digging yourself more and more in a fucking corner.
Exactly. And all because of fucking Alien 3.
Well, no, I mean now with Disney bought, they don't milk it even more.
Oh yeah, for sure. For
They
sure.
this TV show. There's going to be this a sequel to Ramos or this AVP movie.
Or another Prometheus movie.
Maybe. I mean, it's ridiculous.
I'll just stick with my Aliens books. That's my canon for me personally.
How's the director acting like Prometheus and Covenant aren't canon when he put the black oil in the movie?
It's definitely canon. 100%.
Yeah, so how is
it's
the director
probably
saying it's not
something that
canon?
it's probably something that Ridley put in there.
Oh
But
wait, maybe it means the director of the show.
Yeah.
Maybe he's the director of the show. Oh, okay, Alien Earth. I gotcha. Well, I mean,
I want to see aliens on Earth in something where I can actually see them on Earth, on like Requiem, but
well, you'll get this. It'll be like The Walking Dead, but with
Yeah.
xenomorphs. That's probably what it'll be. It'll be The Walking.
It kind of has a concept that reminds me of some of the stuff from Dark Horse, but like it just depends on the execution, and that plot synopsis doesn't sound great, but like it depends on the execution, the cast, all these different elements. I'm curious, like, with the show, you can do more in terms of fleshing out characters, and you can also take a lot more risks usually. So I'm curious about it, but I don't have like a ton of hope. I mean, it's Disney we're talking about, so.
Well, I mean, yeah, like you said, it is Disney.
I mean, considering the fact that Romulus, like, you've had that just absolutely botched third act. It's throwing in Prometheus out of nowhere. Like it's Randy Orton giving an RKO. It came out of nowhere.
And thank you, Bobby. I'll take your word for it. I know you did send a request for the movie Trolls from 2016. I haven't seen it, so maybe once I see it, I'll get the reference. But I'll look up a bit. I guess he's a fighter. He's a warrior.
Okay, that's cool.
I'm down for that. Second command. I'm down for that.
Oh,
sure. As long as it doesn't work for Disney. So thank you, Bobby. I appreciate that, man. But again, thanks to people out there who sent in super chats. Thank you to people out there who've just been in the chat. Thanks to my friend Mike for taking his time.
Yeah, no problem.
Again, it's been a while, but like I said, life gets in the way, like always.
Yep.
And hey there, I hate Facebook. We're getting ready to head out, but yes, fuck the Crow remake. Fuck Rupert Sanders and his crybaby ass.
Colonel Sanders.
Thank you, Baja, for the kind words. Thank you, everyone out there. Take care, and we will see you in the next video, whatever that may be. Good night, and have a safe week. Oh, and one last thing. This Friday, 9 p.m. Central, I will be on Dead Pit Stream, where it looks like the idea for now is from 1980 to 1985, given our top 5 of each year. It's going to be broken up like that because there's a lot of movies. So the cut in half, I believe, and then maybe next Friday on Dead Pit Stream I'll be on there because it's Friday the 13th. I guess we're do a Friday 13th character tier list.
Okay.
So that'll be interesting. So I guess like the tier list of Friday 13th characters. I know I'm forcing to have John D. LeMay up there.
Absolutely. You got to have him up there.
I'll fight tooth and nail. It's like, yeah, give me this one at least.
Yeah.
Because they'll have all the part 5 characters up there. And I'm like, nope. Okay, fine. You can have it, but you give me one.
You could have Debbie Sue Voorhees, but
I'm getting Steven up there. But we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.
Bye.